Probably to the proper one. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to episode 5 of Bleed's Bahamut Nerdy Playbook. Bear with us for a second. We just did some changes. We're just making sure audio is good, per usual. I'm actually going to make sure that you guys can't hear some of the audio.
You sound good on here.
Okay. What about everyone else to compare them? So because it's mostly just comparing my voice to everyone else's.
Hello, hello. I am not going to do Jabberwocky today, but it means I don't have anything else in my brain.
You sound equivalent to
all right, cool.
Everyone else.
All right. So, where we left off last time, you all made your way into the mansion after making a way through the town during the storm that has kind of destroyed most of the town, with still mysteries ahead, finding more, accruing more questions than answers as you progress through. Eventually trying to dodge the spirit that kind of infests the storm that's just raging against this town. You eventually find the underground path and make your way up into the center main hall corridor of the mansion. Finding out that if you actually would have walked there outside, the front door would have been locked. Maybe there was another way to get in, but this way seemed a lot more safe in the process. Looking around, you picked up a few keys, picked up a few items. You made your way towards the east hall, eventually finding bodies, blood everywhere. But more blood than bodies, as some of the bodies are missing. You made your way down to a little bit further down the southeast corner, and you found a mercenary and a couple what seems to be scientists, doctors of some kind. Immediately find out that you're kind of being watched in like the ceiling by these spidery, demonic imp kind of creatures. They kind of watch you for a little bit. Eventually, as you move around, they decide to attack. After so long, they eventually kind of freak out at you, and they kind of ooze together to become a bigger hunterish kind of creature, more of a humanoid size. It just comes in as a very predatory kind of creature. Eventually, you all ran and quick mended the door and closed it for another safe return if you need to, blocking them out. As you feel like you're safe in this area, you hear the slamming on the windows as the banshee-ish kind of spirit rushes through with some kind of anger, as if for some reason she's hunting you. And that's where we left off. So, we are going to start off by rolling initiative.
Oh, yay!
Ah! Pressure's on.
Here we go.
I love that natural
that's a
one
10.
to start it off.
That's right in the average, 10.
Unnatural 20.
Jesus.
All
Okay.
right.
All right, hang on 1 second. Apparently, all the pens that I got were probably from Call of Cthulhu last weekend, so they're all broke.
Oh, no. Oh, here I am rolling it on D&D Beyond, thinking it will help you.
I'm like pulling these things out, and that's all I'm getting. The whole thing is just falling apart.
I know, they kept
Oh, no.
breaking.
Jesus.
That's why I was just using pieces of lead.
Yeah, watching you with the little lead. Oh my gosh.
I gave up on the pencil.
Oh, now
I
it
don't
didn't
think
put
any
my
of them
roll
worked
over.
out.
Why didn't it
I
put
think
my
we put
roll
all the ones
over?
that were broken in there.
Oh my god, why?
Oh no.
I was so prepared, and apparently not. Alright, here, I got my super secret stash of pens. Alright, so I know you all mentioned it, but we're gonna kind of do this in a certain way because I gotta make sure I get this in order. Let me also roll for Gaju. Gaju is not here right now, but hopefully she will join later on. All right. So who got 20 or higher? Okay.
It is I.
And what'd you get?
I got an unnatural 20.
Okay, 15 or higher. Sophinia, what'd you get?
16.
Okay. 10 or higher. You got 10 exactly?
And yep.
Okay. And Montreal, what'd you get?
Got a natural one.
Oh, bummer.
Oh no.
I slipped on a banana peel
How did
that I
get there?
prestidigitated. I made it.
And then you
Made
slipped
it,
on it.
slipped on it.
All right, let me put some music for you
I
guys.
started using Firefox and the character sheet lays out a little bit weird.
I dropped my cane and kicked it away from myself.
Oops. You want that?
Oh, beams.
All right, can you hear the music now or is it too quiet?
I can
It
hear
sounds
I can
great.
hear it.
Okay, cool. All right, so
I
we're going
think
to...
it's just me.
Okay.
I am doomed not to hear it. That's
All right.
okay.
Got me.
Wow,
headbanging.
rock on.
Okay.
Dahlia, starting it off.
See, I really would like to leave this.
And combat zone, guys!
Oh, I
have
love
an idea.
love this
Towards the door.
plan.
Towards the door.
Okay,
That way.
Okay. This is fine. Everything is fine. I am going to... Where is my spell? Okay, there it is. I'd like to... I thought I could cast... There it is, sorry. I was getting it confused with guidance. I shall cast Bless.
Okay.
And let's see what mad lads are right in front of it. I'd like to bless Monreal, is that Zephinia, and Gaju with wait.
Wait's not a spell.
No wait, sorry.
Okay.
Indecisive.
Can we have it be a spell?
I'd like to bless them. To get I can't read right now. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before a spell ends, the target can add a D4. Okay, yes. So I bless them, and then I'd like to run
Okay.
and just help the homies, and then also I'll be over here holding this door in case we all decide to run to. Which I'd like to turn to everyone and be like, I think we should leave here as well, so we can go this way if we'd like. And then I'm going to skirt.
By the way, that move is not lit.
This is not lit. This is not a lit time. Oh, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right? Is that okay to get here?
Sure, why not?
I'd be at the door, ready to chauffeur folks in to the door. So, as a bonus action, I'd like to cast Spiritual Weapon as well. And put that bad boy, if I can, right where I was originally standing, so we can maybe be a distraction for everyone else to run. And then I believe that would complete my turn. Yes.
Okay. All right, Zephinia.
I am going to shoot.
Please do.
Monreal, you want to
Yeah?
get towards that door as well?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great. I don't love what is going on in here.
I am going to run towards the door and shout to the other two, head towards the door and grab Monreal along the way. I would get here if I can grab her on my way and bring her over with me.
Okay. Because we are in combat, if you want to grab Monreal, that will be an action for a strength check to actually physically pick up and run.
Okay. And with Bless, I get an additional D4, right?
Yep, you can use it.
Okay, so strength check, please be good. Let's use that D4. 13?
13? Okay.
Is
Monreal, are you going to let this happen?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so you pick up Monreal. So Monreal will go over here.
Oh. On my way out, I have her pick me up backwards, so on my way out, I can blow raspberries at the storm spirit.
Okay.
Stop taunting it.
Ah!
What do you mean? What's taunting? Is that like perception? I'll have to learn about that later.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn right there.
Okay. All right. Next up is the Storm Spirit's turn. She's going to start off her turn with Death Grasp. She's going to disappear. I need Dira to make me a Charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Okie dokie doke. Boo. That is a 17.
Okay, you did succeed. So she pops up right in front of you, and she looks like she's going to try to grab you by the neck, but you're able to push away as like her grasp is like almost a non-physical one, but somehow you're able to kind of like almost resist it. You will still take half damage though.
And that is...
which is a low number anyway, so it was only supposed to be 5 damage, so you only take 2.
I'll take that.
If it makes any difference, it is cold damage.
Okay. Doesn't. Thank you.
Alright. Multi-attack. She is going to slash at you. With a sad 12.
Misses.
Okay. She's going to bonus action teleport. And she can move in front of any person she chooses. She's going to move in front of Sophinia. Sophinia, you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I don't like this person. Saving throw.
No!
Wow.
No!
Okay.
Did you add your D4 for bless?
No, I am gonna add my D4 for bless. For a
So-
total of
Yay!
2. All right. That's
better than 0.
okay.
Yeah.
So, as she immediately teleports in front of you, she gets to process this as a forced attack of opportunity as she enters in your area, and she gets to actually attack you freely.
Ah.
Wow, what the fuck? Only for a 6 to hit.
No.
We'll take it.
That is her turn.
Put a banana peel.
That is her turn. All right, Gaju's gonna go next. He will. All right, under specific instructions, he will go 5, 10, 15. I believe that is. Oh, he can actually go up another. Oh no, but the way is blocked. Can't get through.
Oh no!
Um.
Good thing they knew we were going right into combat, so they had a plan.
Yeah,
Right?
I'll have Gaju hold an attack. Because he's got an extra 5 feet of movement. If you guys decide to run backwards, like go back in the main hall, she'll move forward to block the exit for you. So if you guys decide to go back in the main corridor, she'll use her reaction to move up in front to block, so you won't take the damage from the spirit. That's all that I can have Gaju do right now that won't really damage him. Dira.
All right. Well, I can't get through there either. So I am going to come over here. Actually, no, right over here behind the spiritual weapon and just yell, Abby! And
Give me
we didn't even.
Give me just a persuasion check to see if you can kind of force the creature to actually hear what you're saying.
Alrighty.
Yes.
9.
Okay. She doesn't seem to react to the word.
All right. Well, I am gonna hold and attack in case she comes back out here.
Okay.
and it will be just a straight attack with longsword.
Got it. Okay, cool. Ending it off with Monreal.
All right. I am going to. Look over to Zephinia and say, "Thanks for the ride." And I'm just gonna keep on going here, and I'm gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna make my way towards the door.
Okay, just FYI, the creature will have an attack opportunity on you.
Okay, I will use my squirmy wormy ring, expend 1 charge, and use it to back
Just
up 5 feet away.
That's fine. Yeah, you can just use it in advance. That's fine.
Great. 5, 10. 20. Get out of here. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
And so I guess I can't just phase through a door.
No.
But I would like to get up to the door and see what's going on. Where's the handle? How do we open it?
All right. Let me pull out the maps. This probably would have been smart to have these all before. Hang on 1 second. I thought I had one.
I'm vibing over this music because this was the hardest boss battle
Really
I've ever
good.
played. I remember it vividly.
Yeah, I just figured out the Firefox.
I had them right in front of my face and I did not see them. All right, so the door is carved with just the symbol of the kingdom that you serve for, but it is not locked.
Okay. I would like to attempt to open and go through this door.
Okay, you're able to open up the door. It does open.
Amazing. I step through, and what do I see?
Okay, so in front of you, you have a long corridor. South side is all the windows. They are mostly barred, mostly just probably due to security purposes. You do see a pathway going to this, but you can't see around it yet due to its being in your blind spot. And further down to the left, though it looks like it banks to the right, heading north.
Okay. I'm going to try and pop off a firebolt here. So Monreal taps on the top of her sword and or on the top of her cane, gives it a squeeze, and she rolls a 14.
And what are you doing? I'm confused. Like, what are you trying to do?
Oh, cast a firebolt.
Okay, what do you cast?
At the storm spirit.
Oh, from here? Yeah. Okay. All right. So 14 is a hit.
Awesome. So then we just do. That's gonna be.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
That's gonna be 13.
13 points of damage.
Yes.
Is it all fire?
All fire, baby.
Okay, so you immediately just shoot off this firebolt as it like smacks against her, and you almost see like her translucent body that's like covering all these wraps and disfigured. Immediately, like she cracks in the opposite direction as you see like her skin turn from blue to like a rose red, as it like almost looks like it just flames up like blood through her body as she immediately screams out in pain, and then she immediately turns back to blue as she relocates herself, and then she just stares at you with this really bad, ugly eye.
Air damage, good.
Yeah, guys, she did not like that. Dr. Who, can you go take a peek down the other end of this hallway? Oh my god. Just get in here. And I'm gonna send Dr. Hoot down towards the other end. Oh, I want to click. Down towards this end of the hallway.
To the first corridor or the last, or like all the way at the end of the hallway?
We got we're gonna go to halfway down the hallway.
Okay. So you're gonna go here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you send Doctor out. Returns back. You find out that this is what looks like an actual destroyed hallway. Looks like this actually is supposed to go all the way through, but someone actually purposely barricaded it. But in this way, it's described as like this is like almost like someone actually saw some kind of explosive here. So it is just a thick wall of just mess.
Oh, like a cave-in?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That will end my turn.
Awesome. All right. Top of the round, Dahlia.
Would I be able to know if this spirit is undead? This is not that's a really silly question. I feel like never mind.
If you have an ability to do it, sure.
I have the turn undead feature, but I also have detect magic. I could cast that.
So, turn undead would work depending on the undead it is. But the detect magic would specifically just kind of tell you the magic in the area. So it kind of like almost like detect everybody's magical weapon or properties on them. But taking into account detect magic doesn't necessarily tell you what the magical properties of the item is. So you can already tell that she is a magical creature. It wouldn't tell you really anything more than that.
Okay. And we know from prior readings that this is some sort of curse, I believe, right?
You assume based off the notes that were left to you, yes. This is from the notes Kara's daughter, and they experimented on her, and this is what has remained of her.
Yes. Okay. Oh man, this is very sad.
Also, to put it in perspective, if you want to kind of see it, she is like only like 4 feet tall, so she looks like a little child, as far as size wise.
It's sad, but it's probably 10 times creepier to me, to be honest. Because small, scary children in horror movies are the scary. Everyone knows it's the worst part.
Think of like the Ring Girl, but like worse.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
No. Nope. You guys are good. I'm out.
Dude says all of a sudden Amanda just disconnects. Nope.
I would like my spiritual weapon, if it can soar over everyone here like this. If this is allowed, I'd like it to do that and then whack her.
Depends. Does your spiritual weapon physically take a form, or is it actually like?
It is a spectral weapon, so it hovers. So I would think it's because it doesn't ever actually touch the floor. It's specifically a floating spectral weapon, so I would think it.
Okay, so yeah, if it's just spectral all in nature by itself, then yes, it can phase through everyone.
Okay.
The typical Midwest. Whoop. Excuse me.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Sorry.
Sneaking on through here.
It is going to scooch on by everybody, except for the creature. It would like to whack it, like a rolled up newspaper.
Okay.
So that let me roll. Oh, it is a 10.
10. Unfortunately not.
Okay, I thought I had something that would help, but I forgot. I didn't choose Warcaster. I freaking chose Observant. Okay, anyway.
Oh.
So then if, it scooches on by, I guess, everybody at this point, I would also like to shout and see what Dira did, and I would like to be like, Abby, hello? Nice to meet you. Please don't hurt us. Should I make a persuasion?
Yeah, you can give me persuasion. Yeah, you can make me persuasion. Sure.
Okay. Why is my persuasion so low? Oh. Oh my gosh, it's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
At least that came in clutch.
The creature itself looks at you. The angrily, like, scrunched up face with the dark eyes immediately starts seeing, like, an iris kind of show for a little bit as she just looks sad for right now. But she calmed down for a little bit.
Everyone shower her with love! And that will end my turn.
Alright, Sophia.
As I was behind her with my chainsaw, ready, like, just bring it down on her head. I'm really conflicted now. And I'm
On the
just
weekend
gonna
at
try
Bernie's,
and
sir.
sneak 5.
What's that?
I said I'm just gonna try and sneak on past her
Okay.
to the door, and I can't get past Monreal, can I?
No,
big.
well, okay, so the way the grid
I'm
is
body
kind of a
blocking.
the way the grid is unfortunately I can't control how the grid is placed, but it is a 10-foot wide space. You can say this and this are part of the hallway. So you could,
Okay.
the door is 10 feet wide, so you could essentially like go here.
She is also 1 Monreal length tall, too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Yes.
a single Monreal does not hold up a whole hallway. I mean, you could just step over
Absolutely
Monreal.
not.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine
I'd
the
just be
size
like,
of that hallway for me to take up the whole dang
Up,
thing.
down. And just step over her.
it's like a little like cat cradle hallway kind of like that. Where
I'm just running up along the edges of the ceiling.
And I'm gonna say, quick, get in here before she attacks again. To the rest of the group.
All right. On her turn, I just want everybody who's currently that did not go into the door just to roll me wisdom saving throws.
Oh no.
Oh, and I forgot you too. God, you got a 14.
Plus a D4.
11?
11. Wisdom saving throw.
14.
Just the people who didn't go past the door.
Oh.
I was a 22.
Okay.
I'm rolling so well.
She's still kind of like in a blank stage where she's just kind of hovering there, not aggressively. She just looks kind of like if anybody played Left 4 Dead, the witch that's just crying in the corner, kind of like that. Like all you need to do is trigger and she's gonna freak out. Same situation. It looks like as long as you don't push her buttons, she's not gonna do anything at the immediate moment. So that's actually gonna end her turn, unless you antagonize her. Gaju, I'm gonna say that he's just gonna walk through the door. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Dira.
All right, he's gonna cautiously hang on here. Okay, let's go there. Let's not get into melee just yet. And
Tuska Knight, don't antagonize the creepy weather witch.
yeah, again, I'm gonna hold the attack.
Okay. End of the round, Monreal.
I saw how much the fire hurt her, and I saw how she reacted to her name, and so honestly, I feel a little bit like a dick, and I'm gonna yell in through the doorway. Abby, I am so sorry about that firebolt. I don't know what happened, hon. I was just trying to go
Are
to
you
the
being Canadian?
doorway. What do you mean? This is how I've always talked.
Her accent is different every
Minnesota.
second. I love it.
So sorry about that, Abby. It was my fault. 100%, hon. My bad. And I see what that kind of heartfelt apology does, if anything.
I mean, if you want to try to communicate with her loud enough, roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah. 6.
Okay. You try to communicate, maybe because she was already antagonized by you. As soon as she hears your voice, she immediately, her irises deepen back into the crevices of the eyes as her eyelids start turning black again as she starts shriveling up her face as she starts to look at you. But she's still kind of standing still.
Okay, well, I don't think I'm needed here anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle on by here, and I'm going to move further down the hallway.
Okay.
And yep. I'm gonna move down the hallway, and I'm going to send Dr. Hoot around the corner.
Okay.
To scout out this hallway here.
Okay.
So ultimately, right here.
Okay. So
and then
if you have stats for Dr. Hoot, is Dr. Hoot a he or a she or a they? So I just know the right pronouns for this.
Dr. Hoot is a she,
Okay.
a they, or a he.
Okay. Have Dr. Hoot make a perception check for me if you can. If you have stats for Dr. Hoot.
Yeah, I do. Let's see, passive perception of 13.
Okay.
Let me tell you about how I learned that about Dr. Hoot.
Story time.
18. 18.
Okay. So Dr. Hoot flies over here. Immediately flies back with urgency. Immediately you're getting reconned back about something that scared it. I will put them on the map.
Oh my god, we're toast. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god!
As Dr. Hoot says that they're creeping on the ceilings like creepy spiders.
Okay. I'm going to...
I will say do
Dr.
the check that Dr. Hoot thinks that they're asleep.
Thinks they're asleep?
Yeah, or at least their eyes are closed.
Okay. So I'm gonna get my report from Dr. Hoot and pop them back up on my shoulder and give them a little scritch between the ears. They'll give a soft hoo and brush their beak up against the side of my head, and I'm gonna turn back towards Gaju and Zephinia here, and I'm gonna whisper as loudly as I can. We've got more little turds on the ceilings. I don't know what we're gonna do. Dr. Hoot sees trouble ahead.
Hoo, hoo, Dr. Who.
And then I will end my turn.
I guess I gotta start doing the voice for who. All right. Dahlia.
Would I hear what she just said?
Yeah, it's not too far away. Yeah.
So, shit. I guess I will aggressively try to persuade Abby to calm the hell down again, because I don't want to hurt the child, even though they are trying to kill me. You know, that just feels wrong. So.
Fair enough.
If we can fix her, you know what I mean? If she's gone, then I can't help her. But we're going to try one more time.
Okay.
To be...
All right. So you're trying to convince her. Give me another persuasion.
Okay. Well, that was a 7.
Okay.
So maybe I'm a little nervous, as I'm like, Abby, please come back and calm down, please.
The overall sound is the only thing she hears instead of words, and now she's starting to turn back into her more spirit demonic looking face, but she still hasn't done anything yet. It looks like whatever words that convinced her to calm down have kind of were only temporary, and she is now going back to whatever is that she does.
Oh, I am in a pickle here. I will hold my action with the spiritual weapon. I will move over this way, though, because I don't know if my comrades would like to come out of the hallway or if we're taking our chances with those guys. So I will clear the doorway.
Come in.
Okay.
But there's things.
We kill the things. We've killed them before. We don't know what she can do. She snaps necks.
When Monreal...
I've got a plan for
Okay.
I can take care of the imps. All by myself.
When Monreal hit Spirit Lady with what was it, the firebolt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How wounded was she, like, appearance-wise? Did it seem to do a ton of damage?
Once the effect was done, it was hard to tell her damage since she is kind of a really messed up, deformed body. It didn't look like she turned out any more disfigured than before. But during the act of the spell, it's almost like someone getting electric shock therapy, and like you can also see through their body. Like it was like affecting like all her nervous system, and you could see like the flame just shooting up in her body, kind of like that.
Okay, I go into hallway. I changed my mind.
Okay. Move into the hallway.
Oh no. I don't know if this is as far as I can go. If I could scooch on by you fellas here.
I'll let it be fine. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sophia?
Certain death this way.
I am going to shout to the last of the group, hurry up! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And move up by Monreal.
Okay.
There we go. And then I'm going to hold my action, so if any of these things come near me, I'm going to hit them with the chain sickle.
Okay. Let me just roll for her on her turn, see what she does. Someone in the group give me evens or odds. Evens or odds?
Evens.
Evens.
Even.
Damn it.
Alright. So on her turn, her eyes start pitting back into her skull. Her body starts twitching itself back up as she immediately just kind of screams and she disappears. Combat's done.
She's gone. Keep an eye out ahead.
You can hear her like echoing through the halls, but then eventually it goes quiet.
I don't think she's coming back.
Initiative orders done. We are back to free roam.
All right, I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna gesture everyone over to me so I can tell them what's around the corner here.
I'm gonna hold a finger up like, shh.
Yeah. And I'm gonna point over at them, and I'm gonna also go.
Putting myself between Monreal and whatever is up there.
Okay.
Okay, so we have some of those nasty little imp things again on the ceiling. Dr. Hoot thinks they're sleeping. Saw their eyes were closed. I think I could probably, I have a 1-point plan. Well, it's 2. I walk around the corner and I cast sleep. I put them to sleep whether they're sleeping or not, and we just scooch on by them, you know? Real quiet. We don't have to... you know what? They looked close enough that I think I should be able to get most of them, and, you know, once they're sleeping, good night.
Do you think they'll make it fall from the ceiling where we can stab them to death?
That's kind of my
fall from the
thinking.
ceiling, that'll wake them up.
After they
That's
get
a great-
concussed from falling on their head.
That's a great question. What do you guys... Do we want to try it, or... Because we have these ahead. I don't really want to go back just yet.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't feel good.
If any of those things happen, I don't know that we'd be any worse off.
I say we push down this hallway.
We just can't let them merge.
We don't have a choice. We need to find the keys, but the runes, the thingies, the things. But I only have so many spells left, and I'm nervous that I won't be able to heal if we get into more trouble. Should we potentially should we try to play it safe, and instead of exterminating everything, we could sneak by or run for our lives?
I mean, that's what we're trying to do, is sneak by.
Once I put him to sleep, I mean, if you guys want to get your stab on, I'm not going to get in the way of your fun, but, you know, I plan on just sneaking on by.
I feel if we get our stab on, as Monreal says, we may get more trouble than we'd bargained for. And maybe because I don't believe we'll have any safe space in this mansion that we'll have a place to rest and catch our breath, so we have to conserve.
My only concern is that we get past them, they wake up later on and come flank us later on.
This is valid concern.
Just because this is gonna be a common question, just to relieve everybody. Everybody just roll me everybody roll me a perception check. See if you guys can figure out something.
Passive perception work.
Ooh!
All right, so passive.
curiosity.
So between active perception and passive perception is if I'm not having you like make a check, but like if someone's like, for example, if someone's gonna stealth on you, they're fighting against your passive perception.
Okay.
If I'm actively asking you to make a perception check, it's something that's like not nearby, but I'm just having you just see if you can figure it out.
Okay, I just didn't know when that came into play, but that makes sense.
So if you guys decide to stealth on somebody, I'll just have I'm not gonna make them do a perception check because there's no reason for them to actually presentably be active perceptive, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so they're
this
passive
is where we're
perception.
actively looking. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I got a 14.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
Teen.
Okay.
19.
Okay. I'll just say, even though there would be no reason for you to know this, you can easily assume, based off the layout, that this place would have some rooms that you could easily find as a safe haven of sorts.
Okay.
If you need to take a long rest or a short rest, depending on how much time you wanted to allocate to it. But you can easily assume that at least one room on each floor would at least have a secure room to be in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm. I have snuck down to the end of the hallway, and I'm like, I haven't peeked yet, but I want to look for myself real bad.
Gravity did say run away to fight another day. However you want to take that.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I say we let her try. See if we can get past. See if it'll help us get past them.
I heard yes.
Okay.
I step around the corner
Okay.
of the hallway, and I pull my staff up,
Mm-hmm.
and I very quiet. pull it up high above me. I look like I'm gonna slam it down, and right at the last second, I very quietly just double tap it, and I cast a level 2 sleep in a 20-foot cube, targeting right in the middle of all of them.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, did they have to make a check against it?
No, they
it's
don't.
The number
they just
of hit points.
Yeah, they just start falling asleep.
Okay.
So
It's the
I'm
number
going
of hit points. Starts with the ones that has the least number.
Right. So
and she has to roll for how many hit points it affects.
So, all right, well, we'll go over this because this spell does get confusing for some people. Okay. So roll. Starting with the creature has the lowest hit points, each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. So I think you got to roll for it.
Yeah, I got 38 hit points.
Okay, so let's see. So
the creatures to put to sleep, starting with the lowest.
I'll say it's going to affect all of them because they're currently sleeping the way it is. So I'll subtract some hit points, so it does get them all pretty much on the number. So they're all technically asleep right now.
Yes.
I wish there was like an indicator for Z's on here just to show someone's asleep. We'll just use the clock.
Yeah, because it doesn't actually take the hit points away. It's just how many hit points worth of creatures you can affect.
Right. And they each only have they each only have 14 hit points, but they're actively sleeping already. So I'll just say it just kind of works. But yes, that's how it usually works. Is you got to roll for it, and then you automatically go for the person who has the lowest hit points first, and then you actively, out of the amount that you make as a total, you start seeing if you can affect other people that you can affect with spell with. But yes, they are currently asleep. You can see that while they're asleep, they're still hanging from the ceiling. It almost looks like their claws are kind of like wrapped around like fangs around like the ceiling itself, and they're just kind of like hanging there, like their heads like draped backwards. Their eyes are closed, and it's quite obvious that their eyes are closed because like their skin is usually a darker color, and their eyes are pretty like goldish crimson, and the contrast is different. So like you can tell that they're asleep. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look back at them and I'm gonna go.
I turn around and pass on the thumbs up.
Okay. All right.
And then, even though I don't need to, I kind of duck down and I start moving.
Duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge. All right. Is everybody gonna move down the hallway?
I am actually going to step back and wave people past me because I know that I am not a stealthy person.
Okay.
And if there's a chance of waking them up, I want to be the last one through.
Okay. So for everybody who's gonna, for everybody except for Dira, give me a stealth check for going down the hallway.
I'll hang back with Dira because same.
Okay. All right. So then
the heavy armor people know they're.
All right. So I'll move Gaju up. All right, so then Monreal, Dahlia, and Gaju need to make me a stealth check.
If they are under the spell's effects, do we technically need to make a stealth check? If the only things that can wake them up are slapping or shaking them or taking damage?
You do it because there can be other creatures around. The DC is way lower.
Okay.
So this is not only avoiding them, but avoiding anything else that could be in the area that was not shown to you.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 13.
Okay.
What is it with this? Oh, that's a 9. Okay, that's better. That would be a 13.
12 for Gaju. Okay, so DC was only 10, so you're able to make it through without having any high-pitched sound that would affect anything in the area. You don't hear any responses to anything in the movement. Occasionally, like you pass like this one, and it kind of like twitches in its sleep, like might be having like a dream or something like that. But you pass by, And you can make it all the way up to here if you want to get up that far if you want to.
Yes.
When you all get that far, Zephinia and Dira, what do you want to do?
Shall we?
Give
Shall
it
we
a try.
attempt it?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So both of you give me a stealth check, low DC again.
Which is great if you don't have disadvantage, but I do.
10.
Okay.
Gotcha.
11.
Okay.
No,
So you.
wait. No, 8.
Oh, okay, that's different. So DC was still 10.
Disadvantage.
So you start making your way like as far as here, and you hear something above you react, like something on the second floor react as you hear something sprinting on the second floor.
Y'all, something's running upstairs.
They wouldn't still have my bless spell, would they?
Oh, was I blessed?
How long does bless work for? I believe
Shit.
10
No.
minutes.
10 minutes.
Tira was the only one that wasn't blessed.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Kira didn't have it.
I didn't
Damn it.
think I was blessed.
Yeah.
I
So-
wish I could retcon because I would recap.
That's okay. It's always the person that you don't that blows the rolls. It doesn't matter who you pick.
Dang it.
Could I send Doctor Who to help? Or is that only in...
That won't
In
make a difference.
combat.
No, that won't make a
Okay.
difference as far as assisting. No, because you just add more noise to it.
No, it's just a heavy armor person with disadvantage on stealth. I am always going to blow
Cling,
him.
cling, 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 cling. But yeah, nothing affects you at this immediate moment. But you do hear something like, almost like you woke up something upstairs and it starts sprinting. You don't know if it's like finding a stairwell to come down to you or if it decided to run like in fear. But something just started sprinting upstairs.
Okay.
It did sound like it was on 2 feet.
I look at them and kind of wince and point at the ceiling. And then make my way the rest of the way down the hallway, assuming I can do that.
Okay.
Do you need another roll?
No, you're fine. The people that already went through the hallway, are you watching them as they come to you?
I'm peeking around this corner, around the other side where we're gonna go, because I assume everyone else is watching.
All right. So because the corner is very
Hi.
small, as soon as you look around the corner, you see someone just at that straight moment enter into the door. Humanoid, long orangish red hair, female, walks in and closes the door behind them.
Okay.
Into this room?
Through this door.
Okay. So into this room here.
Yep.
And out of the hallway. Okay.
So
There's
exactly
someone-
where we need to go.
There's someone here. Wait for us.
Wait,
Uh, is, yeah, I'm saying that very, very quietly. So quietly. Hey, wait, come back here. Wait for us. Is there anything else in this hallway, or just it was just the person walking by? Empty hallway otherwise?
No, I mean it's an empty hallway. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try the door.
Okay.
And meanwhile, beckon the other ones on, because I see Dahlia, and Zephinia coming around the corner.
Actually, you know what? Before you do that, Monreal, give me a perception check because you're the only one who saw the female.
17?
Okay. Because just like the east hallway, a lot of this hallway is full of blood. You're all making footprints. You're all making marks. You do notice that the boots left from this person did not walk from this way, this way, this way. They walked from the wall. And then went to the door. As if they were just summoned to the wall and then walked through the door.
This is so spooky.
Alarm! Alarm! Alarm!
Hey, that I find that deeply unsettling. But she did leave footprints, right?
Yeah,
She
so
did leave marks?
they
Okay.
are. You can tell that the boots, they look like they're actually like similar boots to what you all wear. Not like the exact same thing, but they are like a boots that like a fighter or a knight would wear.
Okay.
Probably leather bound, not metal.
Okay. I'm going to point down behind me and just point at the tracks going to the wall and try the door.
Okay. All right.
Before she opens the door, I'm sorry, I'm gonna move next to her and have my chain sickle ready, so that if she opens the door and something busts out at her, I'm ready to hit it. So I'm
Okay.
gonna standing next to the door.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
We didn't see anything. Could I do like an investigation or perception to see if there's
Since
any
I
other
pointed out
clues
the-
in the hallway?
Yeah.
You can give me an investigation check.
Okay, I do that.
And I'm back here only because Gaju still is. I'm gonna stick because I wouldn't leave him back in environment.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll just move
He's gonna
him.
move
I'll
up
just
and-
move. Got you
Yep.
up. Yep.
I've cursed my dice because that was a 7.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So Monreal, you do see there are two double doors in front of you. They open up from the center portion. They are not locked.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Zephinia and nod and push the right door open just a little bit to peek through.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you slowly creak open the door.
Should I as well? Because I'm kind of looking in. At least I can see this half of the room.
19.
Sure. Yeah, you can give me one too. 18.
18.
Currently, as far as creaking the door open, you don't see anything alarming. The room looks like a mess. There's chairs all over the place. You can't really get a full assessment of what the room is, but you don't hear anything. With it slowly creaking open, you don't currently see everything because the door is opening from the center open. So you're only seeing like, if you're opening from this side, you're only seeing like this side of the room.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn back and I'm like, I think so. And
The left side, I'll take the right.
Where else we gonna go?
and then yeah, I'll take the left side and Zephinia takes the right, and we finish pushing the doors open a little bit more confidently, but not so loudly that they would slam against anything that might alarm.
For the
anything
two
else.
people, Monreal and Zephinia, that are open up the door, what's your passive perception?
11.
11.
Mine is 11. Does Dr. Hoot count? Dr. Hoot has
only
15.
if you send Dr. Hoot in as you open up the door.
Oh, heck yeah. Like, as soon as the door's
Like
opening?
as soon as it's just wide enough for Dr. Hoot to just like
yeah, he
push right through.
He'll take off of my shoulder and go diving in.
Okay.
Or like the highest point, maybe there's like, you know, some nice molding or
Okay.
something that a bookshelf that he could sit on top of.
Okay. So as soon as you open up the doors wide enough, Dr. Hoot just pushes right through. As soon as they get about halfway into the room, you both see a female just walk through this door, turn around, start to close it, as you just see her just kind of smirk at you, close it, and lock it.
Dr. Hoot, why didn't you stop her?
Zephinia and Monreal, you can give me a perception check to see if you can, since you were actively trying to be ready for it, if you can actually give me an assessment of what she looks like.
That's an 8.
Okay. And then with a 14, I won't show you what she looks like, but she has long red hair. She looks like she's got armor on. Looks like she's bearing a long sword on her side. She looks when she was standing, she looks like she presented herself with both grace and set of a battle experience, if I should say. But that's all you could really get. She's kind of, I'll say, you could tell that her face was a little bit more of a peachish than a regular, like, humanoid, like cream kind of colored.
Oh. Okay.
Can I see if the key I'd found earlier, I think it's a copper key, will fit there?
Let me see which one the copper key does.
Let me just make sure that I do have a copper key. Okay, I do have a copper key. It's here next to it.
Let me pull up the stuff.
What do you need?
I need you to stop barging into places and giving me a heart attack.
Zephinia was just on top of it, you know? And look at us. This is a lot of investigating.
Alright, so you have the copper key. That gets you... That does not work for this door. This door specifically has a more... It looks like the door itself is not as exquisite as what looks like some of the doors that have custom keys for it. It just looks like maybe there was a way that she was able to just lock it from one side, like a deadbolt.
Okay.
Break the door? But we could lock this one behind us first, just in case.
Oh yeah, and I'll move. Gotcha.
That seems like a good idea.
Okay. So you're gonna lock this door?
Yes. Could I do an investigation or perception check of my own just to make sure I'm not locking us in here with something that could potentially kill us?
Yeah, you can give me either
or
or.
was it cleared? Okay. I am still overrolling sixes. What is going on? Hold on. I'll do perception. So it's an 8. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The sixes love you.
I mean, it's a smaller room. You don't see anything in the vicinity. This room isn't as stained with blood as the other ones. You mostly just see the footprints from yourself as your boots are still wet, and hers were too. So you can kind of see her trail like leading into the doorway.
Did she walk like straight across the room, or did she take any kind of a weird path?
No, she made a beeline straight from the north door to the south door. She didn't like make any weird like detour a little bit anywhere else. She just went straight, like from here to here.
Try and break it down.
Now what?
Do we have anyone that's like a good lock picker by chance? I don't think we do.
This is a party without a rogue. It's going to
Yeah,
be
it
annoying.
is.
I do have some thieves' tools, if that's helpful. I'm a little bit of a tinkerer. I wouldn't say a
Swiss Army
locksmith.
gnome.
I could
That's
take
right.
a stab at it, maybe. I'm proficient in stealth.
I mean, why try and break the lock when we could just break the door?
We might alert something
That
else,
would be my
so-
approach as well, but we might be waking things up that we don't want to. So if it can be picked, I'd just soon. Well, it sounded like he said it was barred.
It's hard to tell because none of you had the perception to really see what she was doing. You just saw her close the door, and then you heard a lock-in mechanism. You weren't close enough to actually see how the mechanism works by sound, whether it was a slide or a turn of a like a deadbolt. You just heard her do a lock-in mechanism on the other side of the door.
Can Gaiju pick it?
Can he do what?
Would he be able to pick the lock?
Is that a skill that he has?
Gaju
He's
is not a
true
rogue.
barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Gaju has. Let me check.
I doubt it, but we might as well ask.
Let's
Gravity isn't here
see
to ask,
if
or ask them.
Gaju has these tools.
Gravity said, do have thieves' tools.
You do, huh? Let me see. I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got proficiency.
If you have thieves' tools, automatically you'd be proficient with them. But yeah, I mean, if you two want to work together to like try to figure out how to unlock it from this side, you can.
Yeah.
So instead of having both of you roll, Montreal, why don't you roll me a dexterity check with advantage and add your proficiency bonus to the total.
Okay. 17.
Okay. As you two both work together, it's going to take you a little bit of time. During that time, here, I'll actually move that over there. Do the three of you else want to do something else in this room?
See what's in it.
Other
Okay.
than start looking for things.
If the three of you want to
Looking
just work
up.
together.
Always looking up now.
Okay. All right. If the three of you want to actively just make a group investigation check between the three of you to kind of
That
like
works for
get
me.
the assessment of it. It is a small room. The DC would be small, but the three of you working together.
Well, that's good because I do not have good investigation.
These dice are much better.
Well-
18.
18. Okay.
That's a 2 minus 1 for a 1.
Okay.
Oh,
There's a ceiling, I think.
Yeah. Right.
I think.
So, with the group working together as a team, you kind of do make up for each other. The DC was low. The average DC had to be at least 12. You're fine. So you find two things in the room, but technically three. First off, you find. Let me pull it up. My notes of conversion here. On this little section, so there's like a bunch of tables scattered over here. It looks like this was kind of like a training room, like almost like there, like you see like an actual table here that actually has like almost like a lifted up blueprint, like a projector, and it's like actually showing like several kind of like tactical strategies to teach knights how to actually like move around certain things. So there's a bunch of different tables here. There's desks, and then this one there is a remedy potion. On the desk that actually has like the teacher's desk that's for the training, you do find like it looks like it was used, like this place was reinforced, like maybe during whatever attack happened, people were like hanging out here for a second to like use that as like a shield. And there's a note that's kind of damp that's left behind it. Last thing you guys notice is right here, there's a there looks like there was like a small window and it's been busted open. It looks like someone used it to actually climb out to this hallway.
I'd like to. Does anybody else want that remedy potion?
Go ahead.
I already have one, so yes.
I'm gonna add it, and then I'm gonna take a peek out that window to see what I can see.
Now, is that just a regular healing potion, or is that something else?
It's a remedy potion. It allows
Remedy
you to.
potion.
It allows you to, as long as it's within 1 minute of any poisons, disease, and toxins, you actually get cured of them immediately.
Basically, Tang.
Gawain boys need tang.
That's right.
Okay, so that's where the window is. And is it still open, or?
It's busted. Like the window cannot close
Broken,
anymore. It looks
but-
like someone actually busted
Okay.
it to make it big enough for them to squeeze out of. Because it looks like the window itself would have been just big enough for a monorail-sized person to fit through.
Oh, okay.
And
my.
most likely, the person who was trying to get through was more of an average humanoid size, and they probably had. It looks like they had to like use like a hammer to bust it up a little bit because there's like brick and stone falling all over the place.
So I would
But
not be able to squeeze in.
no, you can. You can see through. You do see a hallway here. This hallway itself, it looks like the torches were doused, so you can't really see much out other than what your dark vision applies. You do see that there's a dead end here on this side. Looks like it doesn't lead anywhere, but it looks like some people, the bodies are kind of like piled up over here. Whether or not that's just where they
Ooh.
died or whether or not someone pulled their bodies over there. And as far as what you can see to the right, as far as your vision is concerned, you can only see as far as this, and you see like a corridor. But you don't see any further into the corridor.
I'm gonna turn behind me. How's that door coming, guys?
It's still a little bit longer. Almost done.
You look over and you see Monreal changing out her lenses and her different things. She puts down one tool and thoughtfully looks over at Doctor Who and goes, "That one? That one? Yeah. Okay, that one. Yeah." Pick that one up and we go back to it. And I'm looking over at Gaju and I'm just like, "These guys, right?" I was like, what do you guys got over there?"
Broken window. Bodies in the hallway.
Can I look up, like out in here and up?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing on the ceiling. You don't see anything.
Okay. Then while they're working on the door, I'm just gonna have my focus down this hallway. I'm just gonna peek my head out and keep focused down here.
Okay. All right.
Real quick. Hey guys, what's your favorite smell?
Not
Vanilla.
this
Serious
place.
question.
Lavender?
Vanilla?
I
Lavender?
was gonna say
Okay.
the same thing.
Great. Great. So I am going to go ahead and just I'm actually gonna magically tinker one of my tools, and so amidst the smell of copper and iron and all these bodies and blood and vicar and all sorts of vitriol, now there's a lovely scent of lavender vanilla on top of all that too. It's like, ooh, did someone bleed in a garden? Oh, that's nice.
All right.
Thank you.
And then I go back to that, yeah.
Okay.
I, in an attempt to reward the effort, kind of try to smile, but it's, yeah.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to do
Also,
in the
I am
room?
over here close to them in case something comes out of that door or whatever.
Is there
I'm just
anything?
being-
Okay, so I've locked this door.
Mhm.
If possible, is there anything I can use to then put in front of this door as a barricade? Something that we could group move.
Why don't we move the desks over there?
Yeah, I mean, you can move desks
like
and chairs
something
over
like a
there.
desk.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to barricade that.
Okay,
Just
that's-
in
I will
case
help you
these
with
bad
that.
boys
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
wake up.
I just want to make sure everybody heard that you guys found a note. Everybody heard that, right?
Yeah, what did the note
Oh
say?
no, I
Oh.
missed that.
I was going to ask you that, and then you kept
Crumpled
going.
note.
What did the note say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about our soggy notes.
So the note itself is rolled up very haphazardly with a crest seal on it. The seal itself is of a silver knight. It looks like holding a specific lance. You open it up and it looks like almost like an emergency report. Like if nowadays like there was a fire somewhere and the building was too big, you would sound like a mass like urgency to everyone. This is like the best thing to do at the time. And it was essentially saying fail safes have disengaged. She has taken over the basement floor. We are evacuating the basement floor. And then it says later on, due to some of the damage, the creatures have got out. She's manipulating the creature's movements. And then it goes damage from there.
Who is she? I think it's the lady that just went through here.
In association also with the creature that we're supposed to bring back.
That is the most normal looking humanoid
creatures.
person we have seen this entire
Plural.
time.
Yeah, she's. If she don't look like she's been messed with, she might be doing the messing.
Or that might be the thing that they were most, I don't know, that they've gotten most done, that they made look humanoid, that they were so close to finishing. And she turned on them.
I don't like that thought.
Just curious.
Why didn't she turn on us then? Why did she walk away?
Might be leading us somewhere worse. Or it's a trap.
Everyone, just curious. Give me a history check. I just want to know what you would know about the information before the current age.
Sod all. I'm going to tell you that right now.
History.
10.
Or it could be 14.
Well, sorry, DC is 15.
baby.
21.
Aw. That's as close as I'm going to get because I have a -1, so I would have made it on a straight roll.
Okay.
I got the 9 because I keep rolling a 6.
All right. Other than Monreal, did anybody at least get a 15? No. Okay. All right. Cool. And then Zephania, give me another perception check because you're kind of keeping your eyes on the hall. Ooh.
6.
Okay.
Do I still bless?
Uh,
Or is it gone?
did you not use it already? I thought you used bless.
Oh,
It's-
I did.
it's
I didn't know
there.
if it was.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's not a one-time thing. It's on all your
It's-
rolls until it's done.
It's a minute-long spell, though.
Yeah. So
One
it'd be
minute,
done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Then
could
no,
recast
just
it if you
roll.
need it.
It's a little late for that.
Yeah.
I could cast guidance on anyone who needs it. This is a cantrip.
Guidance is a cantrip.
Yes, but it
So that's yeah. If you're
Nice
doing a
that's
skill check
it does as a D4 on a skill check.
on a skill check, so that is definitely
Also, last time you would have broke concentration anyway, so it would have kind of lost
Right.
its effect.
Can I send Dr. Hoot out that little smashed window while I'm working on the tinkering?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna have Dr. Hoot. I want to send them out this little window, and then oh, again, it's so dry in here. We're going to.
What's Dr. Hoot made of again? Is it just a regular creature, or is it a mechanical toy?
Feathers.
Feathers?
Feathers. Yeah.
Blue
Very,
for happiness.
Yeah, a lot of that. And I'm gonna send them out to scout out what else is going on down this corridor.
Okay. Monreal, roll me a d20.
$18.
Okay. Have the doctor give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Woo!
Dr. Hoot.
Doctor Who.
Dr. Who only gets so far as it immediately flies past Zephania and immediately lands back on you. And talks about immediately just says, bad red lady.
Oh, okay.
At this point, you do get the door unlocked.
Okay. I'm gonna say over my shoulder, Dr. Hoot saw that lady, or a lady. Going out the other side. I think we're right behind her. And I'm gonna push open this door.
Okay.
This is what you said to do, Dira, right? Go through
I didn't
doors.
say anything like that.
Oh, the door's open.
Okay.
I see Monreal going through a door, and I am on her like Velcro.
I pause and just say, does anybody want to go out the window with me and we'll head her off between our two groups? Box her in.
Sure, if you're going to go by yourself, I'll go with you.
So you guys are gonna try to you're gonna try to flank her.
I'm not a fan of this idea, but I'm really not a fan of this idea, but if I will go if Zephania is adamant about going.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then the other three, I'll have Gaju do whatever you all want him to do, whether or not you want him to follow you through the window or go through the doors. But what are the two
No
people?
preference.
I think Gaju would probably come through with Dira and I.
Okay.
Because they were working on the door too.
Okay. So are you gonna try to meet up over here going through this door?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Reluctantly, yes.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked, yes.
All right, go ahead and go right through.
Okay. So
And I am taking point before Monreal does.
I did not expect you to actually approach her so quickly, so hang on, let me get her in here.
Oh no.
So
If
as
she did
going
that
to
or
be
put Monreal
scary?
in a bag.
you all start walking in, she's standing about like right here. Let me make a token for her real quick so I can put her on the board. But you see her, like, she hears you coming, but you see her back turned towards you, and you see this long, like, kind of fiery orangish red
Oh,
hair.
we're not gonna like this.
I just gotta make a token real quick. Hang on a second.
While you make the token, Gravity asked which group is most hurt right now.
I don't think we really have any damage. Do we?
Let me check. What's my hit?
You know, we only took a few from the storm lady, honestly.
Out of
Yeah.
a scale of 1 to 36,
But
I'm feeling
are
like
we-
I'm a 23.
Are we counting our
Oh.
damage from the demons? Because I have 17 hit points from
Oh,
that.
yeah. I mean, wherever
Yeah.
we're actually at right now. I forgot that you actually were down a fair amount. Still, probably should have done something about that. I didn't realize that.
I kind of also forgot, so it's fine.
So
I
you're
got
hurt.
lay on hands I can give you, hon, if you need it.
I.
Don't be thinking you're the only one who has to do all the healing, please.
It is my job. I am cleric.
I'm working on it. I'm working on building my network of tiny ambulance helpers.
All right. So
Oh no.
as you all walk
There
up,
she is.
you see her
Monreal's
back
fine,
turned
man.
towards you as you see this red flamed hair, metal pauldrons, long teal dress. What do you all want to do as she's walking? You can clearly tell that she probably tells you that they're there, but she's not like giving you the time of day as she just keeps walking like towards this direction.
I'm gonna command her to stop.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. So what kind of check does it need to be?
What was that?
What kind of check is that?
I would assume either intimidation or
Oh, you're not going to cast a spell. You're just
Yeah.
going to just yell
She
at
doesn't
her
have
to
the spell.
stop.
She's just
I'm
yelling.
just going to stop.
Okay. All right. So she
Could
just
I yell behind her, please?
she's
I'm gonna look at Dahlia like,
I don't know what she's doing.
she
here.
stops and she turns around. You see this long teal dress, very immaculate long sword on her side, very pristine clothes, freckled skin, freckled peach skin. The only person who would recognize her, based off of maybe history books or text, due to the history check, would be Monreal. She just looks at you with, like, you've already come too far. She just like looks and she just holds her blade. You're not ready for this. Monreal, as you look, you see someone of a legendary title that's presumed dead. You know that the original group of the Second Age that basically protected everyone was led by a princess named Seraphina, but she's supposed to be dead. This person looks exactly like her.
Zophidia's face.
I'm like,
I will show you all what you see. If I can pull it up.
this is me as a character, or me as a player, not as a character.
Hang on a second, because I do not have her as a character in here, so I have to do it this way.
That's what they told us back at headquarters, but they sent us anyway.
I sent it through Facebook.
Ooh.
You see, like,
She looks like Elmo?
You can see that she is a fire genasi. Skin kind of burnt, but in a beautiful texture. Long red hair that gets constantly on fire. You can even see the tips, like the ends of them, are almost kind of flames in of themselves. Kind of almost like embers are kind of like falling from them. As you can see, her hands are constantly steaming as she, like, everything she can kind of touch is kind of like a heat metal kind of a thing.
Did she say out loud that we've come too far?
Yes.
And that we don't want to do this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my answer. That's what they said back at headquarters, and they sent us anyway.
Can we have a conversation? I am Dahlia. It's very nice to meet you. What are you doing here? And you look very pristine given the circumstances, so I just have a few questions.
I have questions for you too, but she looks at all of you. What is your intent?
We have orders from up above to do things that I can't really disclose to you yet, but no one here wants to hurt you right now. Right, guys?
She looks at your specific clothing, since you have a very specific kind of style that all of you share. You say you don't want to hurt me, but she kind of just points with one of her more tan-skinned fingers as she points at your material. You're another group that's here to hunt for me.
I
Saying you're the
Hunt
experiment
is
they're
a
working on? Are you saying you're the experiment they have been working on?
Do you need help?
I need no help from anyone. And as far as an experiment, if you don't know, and then she starts walking away, I don't need to tell you. As she starts moving around the corner and starts walking in this direction.
You do need to tell us, please. I don't know. I'm gonna start running after her.
Alright. As soon as you go around the corner, you just see nothing but embers just essentially just kind of flying upstairs. As she just falls into embers.
Ah, shit. She's gone, you guys.
Holy cow, you guys. Do you know who that was?
Not the experiment, but something that shouldn't be here.
I'm going to assume,
yeah.
because she didn't immediately try to kill us, that maybe we should have a conversation and see, like, what kind of negotiations we can do.
He didn't seem very interested in negotiations, but
But she wasn't interested in killing us right away.
that's true. She did not seem particularly interested in what we were up to, because it seems like we wouldn't have offered maybe much of a challenge either way. So we got cool fire ghost lady. I'm so tired, you guys. My little legs.
They all keep
Alright.
disappearing.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's safe, but I'd really love if we could find something like it. I would even take close enough.
What about that room you guys just came out of? Did it look safe?
Yeah, there's another
We didn't get
another
too much chance
entrance.
to look at it.
Yeah.
I wonder if we shouldn't go
Um,
back to that classroom. I think that might be the easiest to fortify if you need to take rest.
Well, we've got this one. Can I see? Does the door that we came through over here had a locking mechanism? Does this door have the same locking mechanism? Are they all on the inside of this room?
They're on the inside, yeah. So you could technically lock this room in if you wanted to. The only difference is this door
Okay.
does not have a locking mechanism. This door actually has a key required to it, much like the copper door. This one is a symbol of a let's see, because that is the. So that has a symbol of the. Fuck. Oh, the ruby key. It has a symbol of a ruby on it.
Oh.
What's the?
Is Gaju good to join us? They're home now.
Just still down to. Oh yeah. If you want to join, go ahead.
Excellent. Yay!
Yay.
Speaking of tired, do we have the ruby key? I don't think we do we?
I don't think you
No.
procured it yet.
I don't think so.
But it looks like the door can't be opened either way without the specific key. But you have no way to make sure that whoever's in, if there was somebody in this room, if they don't have the
Might
key,
have it.
yeah.
Could we barricade
we
it
don't.
on our side just to make sure?
I mean, yeah, you can take some random material out of here and just like block it if you want to. Sure.
If we could fortify this room, maybe have a long rest of however we can, comfortably.
I mean, it's completely up to you. If you
Can
fortify
we
it,
afford a long rest, or can we get by with a short rest, or are people down really down spell slots and stuff too?
I am at half my spell slot, so I can keep going. But if we have to fight that lady, I would really prefer to have all my spell slots. And then
We
extra.
may not
spell
get what we
slots.
prefer, but I'll go with what people want. But if we can get by on a short rest, it might be wiser. Just use hit dice to heal up.
I'm pooped. I need all the rest I can get. Although
You're pretty much tapped then.
yeah, although before I do that, I'm going to I am going to send the doctor over to Dahlia, and I'm going to have the doctor cast my cure wounds, and so that is going to get you.
Yay!
If we're gonna rest, we're gonna get healing.
You said 5?
I know.
Okay.
It's part of
But
the
you're also
team
gonna get your spell.
building. Yeah. I'm gonna also send the doctor over to
Building.
oh,
This is a
Well,
team
we're
building
not.
exercise,
Period.
everyone.
yeah. I'm gonna send it over to Gaju, and I'm gonna deliver the cure wounds that I promised a little while ago, where I had the doctor do a little dance, and then it's like, huh, no healing, weird. So we're gonna do that again, and that's gonna be four hit points
Welcome, Gravity.
of healing. Welcome.
Hi.
You get punked.
Thank you.
You get punked, but you get healed. So hey.
All right.
You sound so tired. But you're home.
I've had the last 2.5 hours of my time wasted, so I'm kind of.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
it's
here
not
now.
I
And
conjure
we
up
can
a
waste
very
your time.
small. I conjure a very small beanbag for Gaju to sit in while we rest, because I noticed they're having a hard time. It's very small, but it's more like an ottoman, but it's the best I can do. And then, are there any like? We've got this room kind of barricaded up. Are there any soft places for me to curl up? Could I maybe ask to borrow Dira's shield? And I could just kind of curl up in it.
Sure.
Just like hang out like in this little, like a little sled, like you're like curled up like in a little.
Yeah. If it
Just curl
if
like
it
your
fits,
cloak around
it's
it or something. I like it.
Yeah. I'm
That's
curled
an
up
image.
like a kitty in the shield.
That is a definite image.
Dr. Hoot is just kind of dozing next to me too, so we're both in there just nappered.
All right, so what
Oh.
are we doing?
Did we look at the room? Is there anything else in it worth finding?
Yeah, we should really investigate the room.
I mean,
too.
it's small. You don't need to make an investigation check. There's really not much in here. The room itself is just it's kind of like a little midway room. It just has like storage in it more than anything else. But there's nothing of value in here unless you wanted like just a weak blunt force object, like like the.
Is that the cupcake?
It's a ruby.
It's a.
It's a ruby key.
Oh.
Now, if you were clever with this, you would.
Freehand is really hard.
If you were getting clever with this, you would just drawn your own face. A ruby
I
key.
tried to do a self-portrait, but look at this. This ruby turned into a cupcake. I can only imagine what sort of abomination I would have come up with.
That was a cupcake.
Joe would have had it attack us.
A cupcake mimic? No, please.
No, cupcake mimics. No.
That's my real nightmare. This is a nightmare
Right.
house now.
Okay, I'm going to, once Monreal is in the shield, I'm going to kind of scoot it away from the door. I'm not fond of her being right by the door.
Okay.
Yeah, tuck me into the corner over here. Oh.
I am going to guard a door. Thank you.
Did I miss anything super important other than cupcakes, rubies?
I think we haven't decided yet whether we're doing a short or a long rest or what.
I
vote
crawled up
for
in the
long-
shield and
long
started
rest,
sleeping.
but I can take a short rest as well.
I will go with whatever people need.
I'm good either way.
How are you on spells, Gaji?
Don't think I've used any. It's just hit points that I am low on, so
Ah, okay. Awkward. It's just me. Okay.
Judge, are you going to do what we were talking about?
what
Are you going to do what we were talking about through messages?
I think he probably would have already done that.
Okay, got it.
I don't know if I missed that bit, so
What's your messaging me about today? And the past couple times.
let me DM you.
Okay.
Alrighty then, keep your secrets.
Whoa, how the tables have turned. DMing the DM?
I
Wow.
love when people talk about secrets at the table. All of us are just like, what's going on?
Well, whichever kind of rest we're taking, I'll take first watch.
I will curl up right here, I think, yes.
I think I'm gonna nap as well.
Take a little nap right there.
I mean, if you guys want, you can just make constitution checks to see how long you actually sleep, whether it's a short rest or a long rest.
Well,
I
I'm only down 2 hit points, and I'm only down 1 spell slot and one use of my. And well, I mean, I'd rather have the one thing that I spent, the channel divinity, but I can get by. I've been expecting to get by. So if you guys need me to stay awake and watch, and also wake you up, I can do that.
Not a bad idea. Probably should go with it.
Okay, so it sounds like long rest while Dira is on guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with
Sure.
this.
Okay, so everybody decides to take a rest. Dira, give me just a perception check for the time that's going to take for them to get their length of sleep.
Alrighty. 10.
You are in a closed area, so you're trying to keep your ears, listening in. You do hear that, like, after a couple hours, something woke them up. And they started running around. It sounded like they actually started, like... You don't think that they know that you're here, but they started clawing against this door, but they never broke through. They eventually just gave up. And you heard... You swear, but it was like for an instant, you swear that you heard something roar beneath you. Like, not like 5 feet under you, but something like deep beneath you. But nothing happened. It was very uneventful. You were mostly on attention all the time. Nothing came in that interrupted everybody's long rest. 8 hours passed. Those people can hit their long rest button.
Yes. I wake up like the birds are chirping.
Feeling better?
Oh, as good as you can here.
I'm just gonna nibble on some rations and can't wait to get going again.
I am going to ask, what have we found here so far, you guys? Like, what do we have? I hate to use the term, but loot. What do we have here? I'd love to take a peek over anything that might be useful or something maybe we've overlooked.
So I pull out the boots, cloak, and dagger that I took from the wizard's tower that I've been carrying around because I didn't really know what they were because we haven't had a chance to identify them.
Yep. All right, so if you two want to work together, you both can give me...
What do you make of this?
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
If you want to work together, you both can give me an insight check together to try to understand the
Okay.
properties of the items.
My insight is not great. Can I assist?
Yeah, Ruby, you can do it with advantage.
Can I just cast Identify on them?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna cast Identify on each one.
All right, so part 1, Boots of the Lightfoot.
Ooh.
As long as you're a humanoid while you're wearing these boots, you get a +5 to stealth checks. You can also stealth while dashing. There's also Cloak of the Shadow. You get a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing this cloak. While wearing this cloak, you gain a +2 to stealth checks if it is nighttime. And Dagger of the Night Dweller. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls while making this rolls made with this weapon. If you are successfully hidden and no other creatures see you, your critical is 16 to 20 to hit a target creature.
Wow.
And I believe that was it.
Okay.
Don't forget don't forget the What Would Monorail Do bracelets and the Friendship bracelets. Those two.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Those
I
+1
think
to
either
friendship
Vinny
checks are
or
gonna be
I
great.
could use these boots.
So
I'm feeling like a bit of a liability with the noise I make.
Yeah,
How
I
about you?
think we should give you these big boot or these very very comfortable looking. They look kind of worn in. They're not going to be too squeaky.
does anybody else here use daggers by chance?
I do.
No.
Never.
Gotcha.
Not normally.
Nobody?
Is that your style?
Maybe.
Huh?
Please.
Sounds like it's for you
please,
then.
Have at it.
All right, so you
Okay,
can.
What about the cloak?
Yep.
Maybe got you? You were looking at trying to get a little more, get your AC up.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Yeah,
a
my
plus.
AC is shit.
It is a +1, and then it gives you a +2 to stealth checks if it's night.
Okay.
Anybody else want to call that? Because if not, it seems like Got You would be a good person for it.
Let's go for it.
can
I'm squishy, but I'm kind of a squirmy wormy too. So
FY, the cloak does need to be attuned. And I believe the dagger doesn't, and the boots don't, just the cloak.
Oh, good.
Am I taking the dagger then, or?
It sounds like you are taking the Cloak of the Shadow. It sounds like Dahlia is taking Dagger of the Night Dweller, and it sounds like Dira is taking Boots of the Lightfoot.
Yep.
I love all of that.
Oh, and I've been with the sword long enough that I can count as attuned.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
That is a good thing.
It is a pretty
Is there
awesome
any
sword.
other loot that we've gathered? I just have healing potions and then some holy oil, but I believe those were given to me.
You can investigate how the holy oil works, since you probably wouldn't necessarily know because it's a custom, creation for here.
That was a nat 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
So each holy oil vial can be used 3 times before it is emptied. You can apply this to any weapon or item. That weapon or item gains 1d6 fire plus 1d6 radiant damage, while giving you a 10-foot aura of light surrounding you, and it lasts 1 minute. If a creature is vulnerable to light or radiant damage, and they try to come in the aura, they take an extra 1d6 of radiant damage by just entering the aura.
Nice.
Well, since this could be most effective on a weapon, would one of our melee wielding comrades like to use this holy oil?
That's my sword already does something comparable to that. So Zephinia.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, I'll give it to Zephinia.
So it's just under the same thing, C1.5, and then just look for holy oil. You'll have to manually apply the actual stats yourself, because it is an oil, so you'll have to just add in the 1d6 radiant plus 1d6 fire. But it does give you the description of how it works. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Anything else you want to do in this room?
We already
Yeah.
searched this room. Like, there's nothing else to look at, right?
No, there's nothing else in here.
Okay. Maybe we should talk about our game plan? Because some of you guys wanted to kill the fire lady, and that is okay. Sometimes we all have these urges, but maybe we shouldn't kill her right away, because she seems to know things going on here.
Yeah.
Maybe-
More so if she gets
Okay,
in our
my
way.
earbuds cut out partly during our conversation with her. What I think I missed some of the key information that she right before she did she say anything really important right before she disappeared?
As far as Serafina?
Yeah.
No. She just kind of like was bored with the conversation and saw you
Okay.
all as like, I don't want you to know my information because you're here to kill me. So I'm gonna deuces out of here.
Yes.
Okay, so she did say that she thinks that we're okay.
Yeah.
That was what I needed.
She
to know.
does not
Sorry
trust
about that.
us. She does not trust us because of our uniforms, I think. I think we might have frightened her a bit. But
All right.
she is doing very well walking through this mansion, looking as fly as she does. So maybe she knows some things.
I like to at least talk to her.
Yes.
Well,
I
this
agree.
was a new aberrant facility, so if she doesn't like our uniforms, what's she doing here?
Exactly.
These are great questions we should probably ask her. Maybe she would be open to talking. She didn't kill... I'm just saying, she didn't kill us right away. That's the first time that's happened since we got here. So maybe there is some doorway to conversation.
I mean,
And
we need to
it's-
find out who she is. I don't have any ideas. Anybody else?
If only somebody else knew.
I have a question. Do you remember those emerald keys that we found?
One was emerald,
Who
one
has
was
them?
copper, I think.
I believe you
have
guys got the emerald and copper key. Or no,
Yep.
I think you
I
had
have
the
the
copper
emerald
key,
keys.
but you don't have the emerald key and you needed the emerald key.
Yeah, we needed the emerald key. You're right.
Yeah, you only
We
have
just
the
got-
copper
Right
key.
now, I think we just have the copper key.
Yeah, I believe so.
Around in Wizard's Hope that we haven't. They've just been sitting in our inventory.
Oh
They're
yes,
sitting
you
in the
actually.
bottom of
I'm
a
sorry.
bag.
Yes, you do have the. Yes, you do have the emerald keys. Yes.
Oh,
I have those.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Terrific.
You have two of them. You have a
terrific.
larger
I-
one and a smaller one.
Did not
Okay,
have that.
Who?
Oh, we do have a
Those.
door that we can get in the emerald that needs the emerald key for it. It is this one I have
And
marked.
the one person who might know who our mystery fire lady is distracted by keys.
Well,
I mean-
I'd love to. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, she did.
You're the only one who made that roll.
Well, but she did actively say her name, so you would all recognize
okay.
her name.
Oh, okay.
You would
I
all
thought you didn't
know. You would all know that Serafina was part of the Guardians that defeated the Plague King at the end of the Second Age, and what brought kind of
Got
the peace from the plague creatures from infesting the world.
that would be another thing that I missed while I was chasing my earbud around on the floor.
But there has been rumors about what happened to her. It's been a mixture of either she died a noble sacrifice as the final blow, like very cinematic, to kill the Plague King. There was another one that she went to go retire somewhere, and her friends decided to just, pretend that she was dead so she can go have a sweet life. And then the most outrageous rumor that's out there is that she became a god and decided to be one with the other gods as the new gods were arisen at that time.
That's pretty cool, but I don't know why
Cool.
she would be here if that's the case. So
Right?
I think we could probably
I think
drop
that would
any
make what's going
illusions
on
we
here
have
very
of
much
fighting
above our
her.
pay grade.
Yeah, we should maybe cool our jets a little bit with the whole you're okay for now. I think that for now is kind of on
I'm
her
in agreement
call.
with Dahlia that maybe a conversation is in order.
I will
We
let you
run
know
into her
she is
again, although
a,
it sounds
she
like
is
she
a
wasn't
level
too
20
interested.
fighter, so just be warned.
I do still
no,
need that
there
key too.
There will only be conversation.
Yes. She wasn't too interested in conversation before, but
Well, we
Okay,
could convince her. Maybe Dr. Hoot could make some cool noises and she'd be interested in
who
talking.
and cuddle.
Or hopefully she just stays
I-
out of our way and we don't encounter her again.
Yeah,
That
don't
sounds like
that
the
would
best
be
option
great.
if we
probably
get
don't piss her off. If she takes action surge, she can attack you 9 times. So that probably would be good.
it. Yeah.
Um, So, yeah, if I could just borrow one of those keys, the smaller one's fine. I need to see it for just a little bit.
Are you gonna try and duplicate it?
Sure. But I want those back.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing bad will happen to this. So,
Famous last words.
so I go and grab the emerald key and I go back over to the corner and I conjure up a tiny little work table.
Uh-huh.
And I take the key and I make myself as big as I can. Obviously, you guys can all see over my shoulders, but I make myself as big as I can. And you see me just start working, and my glasses and lenses start whirring by themselves and flicking in and out. And there's a small whir of electricity, and suddenly the beating and rasping of tiny metal wings as I go, oh, you're here.
I look at God,
And-
you're like, you're not getting this back.
and I turn around and in my hands is the key, but now it has a tiny little clockwork face and these elaborate little metal wings
Okay.
that come out from the other side, and I go, I'd like to introduce you all to Bixby.
All right, so
I'm just gonna lean down and pluck it right out of her hands.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to interrupt that. The key is a magical item, so you can't disrupt the magical item.
Aw.
He just like falls to the ground.
Yeah. Like you might have attached things to it, but as soon
The
as you
wings
lift it up, they
of the
just kind of
face
fall
are
off.
in the air, and the key just goes.
Yeah.
Bixby falls apart.
Well,
Well,
that was rude.
I
of
give it an A for effort.
Did you only work on
Yeah,
one key, or did you work on
key.
both keys?
I worked on the smaller key.
You worked on the smaller key. Okay.
I
Nope.
didn't give
Both
over the
back.
copper key.
The one that's the smaller key that's 1/5 Monreal.
Yeah, the smaller of the small keys. Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
dude.
okay. Okay,
takes
well.
This
Well,
is why we can't have nice things.
amazing. Okay, then, well, I suppose oh, okay. I go, but this is all fine here. I'll show you later. I can introduce you to Bixby another time. And there's gonna be a small magical glow in Munrail's hand, and you just see a small, thin piece of metal magically produce in her hand. And she just starts drawing, just etching on her arm. So, what's our plan here, guys? What do we want to do?
I heard something roaring downstairs, like
And
way
you want-
downstairs, while y'all were sleeping.
So
I think that
avoid
might be the-
downstairs.
Yeah,
Well?
that sounds bad. This has been bad, but that sounds real bad.
Keep pushing
We're here to
forward.
contain. And what else?
We have barely been able to contain anything in this.
I know. I cannot
mansion.
keep our orders in my head to save my soul. Retrieve the technology and catch what got loose.
Okay.
So, have
Well-
we seen any kind of technology that is the thing that we're supposed to be retrieving?
Nothing that looks familiar to me. I mean, I'm not gonna know everything they're up to, but this is all like entry
Imagine
level.
whatever's most important.
It's deeper. Yeah, it's probably downstairs, but there's a whole
I gotta
upstairs
think-
too. Who knows?
I think the roaring. I mean, I do not like the sound of the roaring, but that might be where the most secret stuff is.
Maybe we can try to find this lady, the Serafina again, and talk to her, and maybe she has some answers because she is moving very easily through this mansion.
She sure seems to be.
Yeah, she really just. Wow. Yeah. What?
I
What
don't
a
understand
card.
any of this.
Somebody is struck with something.
Oh.
I don't understand any of this. I don't know what else to do except just keep going through and see what we find.
I guess we go out this door here, and we just maybe try to find another room or some stairs, maybe that can give us answers, or these runes that we've been trying to find.
Can't think of anything else.
What runes were these called by chance? Glad you asked. Let me find them.
Glad you asked.
Your character has digit intelligence, so if you feel dumb, it's just in character.
I found them. Rune of shield, rune of sword, and rune of arrow.
Oh,
The
right.
flame.
The ones that are in the
For
entryway.
the statue. Which
Yeah.
probably leads to the basement. So, dear, if you want to go fight the monster down there, we have to find the runes, and then we go fight the monster.
Want is a real strong word.
You were very excited about whatever was making noises.
I was just pointing out that it happened.
Okay. Do you want to go to the basement to see it?
I do not want to go to the basement, but I think we might have to.
That is part of the mission.
Just want this mission over.
I'm
What
with
I
Gouge on
want
this
don't
one.
mean much.
I want to be in one piece within 24 hours. That's my goal.
That's fair.
Hopefully breathing.
Okay, let's see.
With those happy thoughts, do we want to go into the hallway and pursue this mission?
Yes.
Onward and
I'm gonna
probably downward.
take a step outside.
I'll follow.
Follow
Okay.
as well.
I check this door.
Okay. You check the door. The door is not locked.
Turn to Dahlia. I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna go immediately to the left. Wanna go immediately to the right.
To left, to left, to the right, to left.
Got
Whatever's
it. Okay.
in there.
As long as it's
divide
not a
and
minute.
conquer.
Okay. Can we go in like
Hope
this?
it's not a.
You're gonna go in
Back to
all.
back.
Not a mimic.
You're gonna go in all. You're gonna go in all lit.
Wait, what? You're gonna go in what?
Hide.
They're gonna go Bond style.
Ah,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I'd accept it if you were an assassin or a rogue, but
Ah.
you're a cleric.
So I'll just be clutching my holy symbol.
Right. Protect
Okay.
me, holy symbol. All right. So you walk inside. As you immediately find yourself in a weapons room. Most of the weapons have been picked over, but there are a few left that have been maybe like grabbed at the last second but dropped, maybe due to attack. There is some blood in here, maybe someone got dragged out, but you can clearly see that there's no other exits out of this room. And that
Someone open the door without me. I'm perturbed. I gotta
making
see
sure
what's in here.
We're making sure it's safe for you, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Dr. Hoot, how's it look?
Okay.
I just want to get a second opinion.
It does look clear. There's no one hiding here. There's nowhere anything could hide. The place is pretty barren, other than weapons is kind of fallen on the ground. As far as what you find in here, there's about like a decent amount of weapons. There's a lot of non-magic weapons, long swords, short swords, spears, javelins, if you want any of them. Any kind of weapon that doesn't have any magical bonuses. They do exist here. But you do find a couple that do have a specific magical property to them.
Okay. I would like to look at these.
Okay.
Me too.
First, the biggest one that you see that stands out like a sore thumb is a great axe made out of pure stone. And kind of like almost kind of has a mithril look to it. It is the stone great axe. You know, get real clever with it. It is
So
a
creative.
it's a +1 magical weapon. If you like hold it for a second, you notice that all of a sudden like your body gets more solid. While holding it, you get a +1 to your AC.
Nice.
Whoa.
Monreal, you immediately find a hunting rifle.
Oh no, Monreal is a gun.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Be warned,
That's a quote. That's a quote.
Be warned, this rifle is 1.5
Maybe.
size of this rifle is 1.5 Monreal.
Oh, very good. Very big.
What do you have? A rifle. No.
It's a
It
baby with
It
a
doesn't
gun.
have any extra ammo with it, but it's a +1 magical rifle, and it already is loaded with 6 bullets.
Wow.
FYI,
Oh,
if you're
one
not
for each class.
proficient with firearms, you do not have a proficiency with this gun. And I don't think any of you are
I
proficient.
am.
Are you proficient with firearms? Oh, that's right, because you're a
Yes.
you're
Artificer.
artificer, and they're proficient with guns. Okay, so
Yeah.
it always has 6 bullets to start off with, which are already loaded
And
into the
she's
gun.
One who does. Oh dear God.
The gun itself is much like a crossbow, where you do have to reload after every shot. So if you
No, I don't. I got repeating shot, baby.
Oh yeah.
Pew pew, never reload. Yep. Fire
Okay.
and forget. Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys. This is it. Now we're getting spicy.
I
How
hear
big
this
is
and I'm
this
just
rifle?
coming to the door
Is
and
this-
going, is that what I think it is? Oh boy.
I'm gonna make so many adjustments to this. I can't wait.
You see 2 other magical weapons that are here.
Somewhere else.
First off, you see a +1 hand crossbow. It has no other additional properties other than the fact that it's just a more powerful hand crossbow. And you do see a sword that's kind of lit up kind of like it's constantly on fire. You find the flame tongue short sword. For anybody who doesn't know how to use this, it is a attunement require, but as a bonus action, if you speak the magical command word, it causes the flames to erupt from the blade. These flames shed bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light an additional 40 feet. While the sword is ablaze, it deals an extra 2d6 fire damage to any target it hits. The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word again, or until you drop or sheathe the sword. And that's
I've
all
already
you
got
find.
a fancy magic sword.
So I think the rifle has been claimed.
I think so.
But
Yes.
Really?
Dira, would you like this great axe? I don't know if you like big weapons or not. I just figured that was kind of your thing.
I like big weapons and I cannot lie.
Yeah. Well, I got my longsword and I got my shield. I don't know. Does anybody else want it?
I'll take the axe if no one else
Yeah.
wants
Oh,
it.
of
That
course.
sounds like a Zephinia thing.
I struggle really hard to hand it to you because
That's an
my strength
Amanda
is-
thing. That's an Amanda thing.
It's an Amanda
Ah,
thing. My giant weapons.
You go to C2E2, you find Amanda by looking for the giant weapon that's sticking out of the crowd.
Yeah.
all right.
Gaju, would you like?
So
Big
what? So
weapon?
you're saying when we cosplay this party, you'll be the one that that makes us easy to find,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to build a great big axe.
Joke's
It's
on
gonna
you,
be
I'm
really-
the shortest here.
It's gonna be
Oh
hard
yeah,
to
great big axe
cosplay.
and wings. We're gonna have to like all surround you to keep you from running into things.
Right.
I'll have to pick either my top or bottom half to send. 'Cause I don't know how else to be that small. I could
Well,
just like maybe
mean-
lay on the ground and just seal it, and just have a very long robe. My legs just dangling behind me.
Oh,
There
You
you go.
put the shoes on the knees.
You use your chair and build the bottom of it to look like some kind of vehicle.
there you go.
That's
Alright.
perfect.
So you do find these
I mean,
weapons in
for
here.
a big damn convention center, you're going to want to use your chair anyway.
Does Gaju want any of them? There is a crossbow and a short sword.
And a fiery short sword. Whose branding is that?
Unfortunately, mine.
So, in case you're curious, the command word is whatever you want to be, but it doesn't. It can't be used until you attune it to yourself.
Flameo Hotman.
Alright.
So for right
Yeah,
now,
that-
it's,
that-
Please make
That seemed like it was Gachu's style. I didn't want to say anything, but
so for right now, it's just a regular short sword until you finally attune it to yourself.
so we got anybody who can make use of a hand crossbow.
I could.
You can make use of anything.
Monreal running around with a rifle and a hand crossbow.
Dahlia, do you have a ranged?
I
Or
do
you have
not
the
have
ability-
a
Anyways, I
ranged
started
weapon.
blasting.
Do you have, I was gonna say, do you have a ranged weapon for if and when you run out of spell slots?
I do not have a ranged weapon.
And
This could
the
be
second
in
question
handy.
is, can you use this? Do you have a proficiency in it?
That's a great question. Do I have a proficiency? I don't think I do. Oh my god.
So you know what I'm afraid of from Monreal is that there's ways for artificers to actually convert large weapons into small weapons, so they can like dual wield large weapons. Like there's actually a way that if someone created like a rocket launcher style weapon, that an artificer can actually smaller it so they can dual wield like rocket launchers.
Is it the
Theoretically-
light? Is it the light crossbow?
You
Yes.
don't need to give her ideas.
Well, it's
She
I
it,
do
has too
have
many
proficiency.
already.
I already said I wanted to ride a
trust me,
mounted
trust me,
mastiff.
trust me, she knows this because she watches the same videos I watch. But the
This is just the beginning.
hand, the hand crossbow is it is light, yes, so light crossbow essentially.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do have proficiency.
Okay. Yes.
And that's a good thing for you to have.
Okay, I will take the crossbow.
Theoretically, if Monreal was a tiefling, she could technically also put one of these weapons in her tail,
Oh, good God.
because a tail is technically
Oh.
considered
Don't
an
give me
ability
a
to wield a
Full
weapon.
Nightcrawler.
You do know this,
I'm
right?
gonna-
That if you have a tail, you can actually wield a weapon. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I
I'm gonna
used
mo-
it
yeah,
to.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
I'm
That's
multi-classing.
impressive. I didn't actually know
Tiefling.
that.
You're
That's
gonna
what you're
mul-
saying.
You're
Is,
gonna
Multi-class into a little
multi-race.
race.
You're gonna multi-race.
hey, you can't steal my idea.
Oh, I think I have something for you, Gaju. Or I'm sorry, Dahlia. And I rummage
Oh.
around in my
I look at
bags,
Daju like stupid.
Oh.
and I pull up.
Steal
I
my
pull up
horns.
the +1 wrap of arrows that I found, and I'm gonna pass those over to Dahlia and say, I think you could make good use of these.
Okay.
So I hand you.
Is that the quiver for the arrows or the? Is that the
for
arrows?
the? Yeah.
It wouldn't apply because crossbow uses bolts.
Oh, it wasn't bolts, arrows, slings, or bullets. It's only one of those.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
it's okay.
Well,
Are
Gaju,
there-
I'd like you to have these. I humbly present Gaju the wrap.
The what?
It's a big raft
the shitty
of
raft
arrows.
of arrows that she found. She's
It's
presenting you with
plus,
the
they're not shitty. They're not shitty. They're +1. You don't know how hard I had to look to find these, and I've been carrying them the whole time.
I believe it's
Dahlia,
4 plus 1
use
arrows.
these.
Holding.
I just got this new toy, so I don't need these anymore.
Does he,
But
does he have a
there's a lot of
rifle?
life. No, well, I mean, this is a start, isn't it?
Archer, do you
Wait.
have a bow?
Wait, are you needing these arrows? I'm
No,
asking.
I'm
this.
giving them.
not in
No, I'm
character.
giving them to you. I'm giving them to you.
Monreal doesn't want them because Monreal doesn't think that she needs a bow when she's got a rifle.
I got a gun.
I think she's also embarrassed because she found out the crossbow does not hold arrows, it holds bolts. Maybe she's
Yeah, I tried to show you guys. I tried to show you guys my new friend Bixby, and he fell apart in my hands. And I'm offering you these what I thought, because I don't use
not
crossbows.
her day. She
So
needs to go back
So
to
I offer you these arrows, and I'm like, I'm trying here. I'm a small gnome, and it's a big world.
I've seen
We
two
appreciate
face
you,
palms.
Monreal.
Two face palms.
I'm a small gnome and it's a
Right.
big world.
I'm a
And
very
he's only
tall
been
guy.
here for an hour.
I just fell off the turned-up truck. It was such a long fall.
All right. Well, we're
So
just gonna
anyways,
we're gonna collect the weapons and we're gonna move on.
Yes, please.
All right. So you guys go back in the center corridor, which is right here. Where would you like to go from here?
Anywhere ahead of Monreal.
Okay. So you do know that going down this way leads you to dead end because you do know it's barricaded between two ways. So there's either going this way or going up this way. Yeah.
Well, this way we know there's pile of bodies
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and another dead end. I think. Did we see that there was a dead end? I think we saw that there was a dead end. I think you said
There's
that we saw
a
that there was a dead
dead
end.
end here.
Dead end here.
yeah.
Dead end
And
here.
dead end here.
There's a door here, and then this way leads up, but you don't know where it goes when you go this way because you haven't went around this corner yet.
So one of these two.
Can I
We
examine
could-
this door.
Carefully split up.
Yes.
I'll send Dr. Hoot down to the bottom of the staircase.
What? Oh, we got to get through the door first. Is it open or is it locked?
No, so there's
Oh,
a
no.
staircase here, and then there's a door. There are two different things.
I.
So this door leads into the room, but the staircase is
I didn't
completely
go up
separate.
far enough.
Okay,
I'm zoomed in too far. I didn't see the staircase up there.
gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send Dr. Hoot up there, and I'm gonna say, I think we should just double check this room too while we're here, because we couldn't get into this room before, from the other side, right?
I'll try that door.
We haven't been on the other side of this room. There was wall.
Perfect. All right, Gaju goes for the door.
Okay, door is
I mean,
not
to the extent
locked.
that we can tell. It's probably a little hard to tell at
Oh,
this
it's
point.
not
We've
locked?
done a lot of
It's
turning
not.
around.
It's not locked.
Can I check to see if it's trapped?
Absolutely. You can. Let's see. Yeah, you make a dexterity check if you want to check for traps.
Monreal is circling around, trying to see what's through the doorway.
Dahlia's taking
That is
notes in the corner.
13.
Yeah.
You are
Those are
able
doing
to. You're able to feel around the door, check for anything. You do not feel any traps that are activated by the door.
I poke it with my
Open it.
cane.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Monreal, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'll
I
roll
thought
it.
they
It's gonna
I'll
happen
roll
one
it,
of these
baby.
times. Probably more than
D20.
one.
No, the door is not trapped. If you want to, it is not locked either.
Side.
You make your way inside and you find yourself very similar room to the east side office. This one looks like another, instead of it being like a room for knights and higher ranked guards around here, this one seems like the regular bootleg like guards that work around, more like the late night shift. This one is the first place that you see where you actually see dead bodies that aren't moved. So far, you guys have either seen absence of bodies or bodies piled up in one spot. This one, all the bodies look like they just died sitting. Some of them are leaning over their desks. Some of them are like draped back, but they're all sitting in posture. And there's about 6 of them.
Does it look like the description we've had of the people in the village who just...
Essentially,
stopped?
yes, because they don't necessarily look like they've been physically damaged. They just look like they just died sitting down. If anybody has a proficiency with medicine, you could give me a medicine check on it.
I do not have proficiency.
Not proficient.
No, I should have done it. I don't.
How many are there?
6.
Could we attempt anyway, even if we don't have proficiency?
I'll say if you want to, you can make me a medicine check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because none of you have come around something like this before, so you don't know what to necessarily look for.
Well, that's just 3. There's no point in rolling again.
2.
Yeah, I mean, they... At the very minimum, they don't look like they've been dead for long. They just look malnourished.
Ooh.
There's not too much of like a odor in here that's different than the rest of the area. So the overall decay has not gotten too far. But that's as far as you can really figure out as far as the obvious factors that resemble just like someone decomposing. And it's not fully there yet.
The lavender vanilla is really
not
nice
like this at
too.
all.
I check this door.
Okay. That door is also not locked in. It's actually not fully closed. You do see a sign out that actually says Captain's Office.
Okay.
You do see that there is still a candle on inside. You do see a low illumination. It looks like there's some shadow movement inside.
I'll enter with my dagger.
Okay. You do open up the door, and you do...
I'm covering with my rifle.
Okay. You do open the door, and you do see a soldier wearing what looks like the captain's uniform. Essentially looks like he hung himself, and he's hanging off his ceiling. You do see that he does...
In the room?
Yes, you can give me an investigation check. If you get good enough investigation check, I'll include it to the whole office instead of just his room.
No. That is a whopping 9.
Okay, well, you at least get what's in this room because it's not a large office. You do find... Pull it up. Hang on a second. You do find a note with what looks like a broken like revolver. Like looks like this guy did get a gun of some kind, which is odd because guns around this time are very expensive and most only nobles are able to carry them.
And badass gnomes.
And badass gnomes, yes. And you do find a potion of resistance.
What's the note say?
It's addressed by the captain. It specifically is his last will and testament. It goes over like loving his family. If anybody finds this, please let my family know that I held up to the very last end and I protected my unit. It kind of describes that they were unaware of what was happened. You can tell that they were not given the warning about the creature escaping or getting loose. He mentioned that they would not tell him why everybody was evacuating. They were just told to stay on watch, to barricade the doors, lock themselves in. And if anybody comes in, make sure that you dispose of them as quickly as possible. Do not let them touch you. He says, we've been locked in here for 3 days. We're using as many rations as possible, but it feels like nothing can curb the hunger. We're constantly
Nobody
starving.
touched them.
We can't curb the hunger. We're constantly starving. We're constantly tired. I had to interrupt my men from fighting at each other. Some weird fight just happened. I've never seen him like this before. It goes over to another page. His writing's getting a little sloppier. I woke up this morning tired. I felt like I was hungover, even though I never had a drop of alcohol. Found out that 2 of my men fell asleep at their desk and never woke up. I don't know what's happening to us, but I feel like whatever's been released is affecting us. And then it goes quiet from there. It doesn't have to say anything else.
I'm gonna step out of the closet. Nobody touch them.
As Monreal's like,
I'm just gonna like drag Monreal out of there.
I've got the rifle just clutched to my chest as I'm dragged out.
The revolver, did that have any ammo?
it
or-
does. It does have 3. It does have 3 revolver rounds in it.
You did say it was broken. Could it be repaired or mended?
It probably could be repaired or mended. Yes.
Oh, interesting. Maybe Monreal will
We're fucking it
just
for now.
yes.
How many guns do you
Get up,
need?
Gaju. Well, no, you guys could use one. I'm pretty crafty.
Not right now.
Also, they're not
Yeah.
proficient with firearms.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So maybe, yeah, I
Put
can just hold
away
on to it.
The
Get it
project for
fixed.
later.
Yeah, absolutely. I love having short and long-term goals.
Our short-term
Not
goals are stay
bricks.
alive. Your long-term goals are to
They're
play
getting
with things.
short. Yep.
When
Is
that
that a
one breaks,
joke?
you can come to me for this.
It is not.
Oh wait, actually, Gaju, I might actually really need that because this rifle
No.
it takes both hands. I still need my cane. I'm slower. If I could fix
It's
the
a project
revolver.
for later because right now it's broken.
Yeah. So
Put it
okay,
away.
if you want to hold it, do you want me to hold the wrap? Okay, I'll hold
Somebody
on to
put it
these.
away.
Okay.
I'm just eventually
start
seeing
puttering
Ruby create
off.
like a tripod as a cane, so it's like it puts the rifle in the tripod.
Yeah. You're not
You want to
that,
check out these
you're not that
stairs?
far off.
Okay, so
Do we see these stairs in the corner here?
you do see the stairs. The stairs do lead
Okay.
up. You do see an
Oh.
emerald doorway.
Okay. Is it locked? So it's locked at the top.
It is locked,
Right.
but you do notice that it is specifically locked from the inside. It looks like you can easily just.
No, Monreal,
Unlock
no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we? Oh,
We're done in
there's
here.
no firearms
I
over
thought-
there. They're all gonna
I
be
thought-
this way. Follow me.
okay. I thought we've been. Okay, good.
I didn't see that stairway. It's fine.
What's
This-
what's
This
going
door's
on in this
locked,
door?
but it's locked from in here. Do we want to try it?
Let's try.
yeah.
Sure.
So you do open it. You do find out this is one of the doors that had the emerald key that it needed, but it looks like it was busted from the inside, so you can open it, and you're back out into the main corridor.
No.
Oh, we'll never fucking mind
Oh,
them.
amazing.
Never mind. Okay. I didn't realize we had gone
Amazing.
down.
Sophinia, can I get a lift?
Wait. We went up to this door.
You
or
can
so
walk.
to
Come
take
on.
it like over the.
Oh.
I'm confused.
What's up? What's the confusion?
Well, we went upstairs to this door that would take us. Did we go down to get in here before?
No, the steps themselves are only about like they're technically it's like 3
Okay.
steps. Yeah, it's
Okay,
just supposed to be
okay.
like a little
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense. Oh, there goes I see. I am sticking to Monreal.
All right, so you do see stairwells that go up, and they actually kind of like square off, so they kind of like wrap out a couple times. And then you do have a door here.
I have a question. Fire Lady is Seraphinia. I'm always gonna say it wrong. I'm gonna mix it up with Zephinia. They poofed here. Is there any residual anything left that could give us a clue of where they went? Or
You can give me an Arcana check.
you say less. All right. Too bad I am okay at Arcana. Oh, okay, but the 16 is not bad.
You do see exactly where she stopped because like the footprints kind of stop, and you do see like as soon as they stop, you can kind of see that she left kind of like a not like a lava footprint, but you just see like the footprints kind of got burned into place. It almost the way that it almost appears is the way that the embers flew up is almost like she just shifted to the top floor.
Okay, everyone, let's go to the top floor. That's where she went.
Perfect. I wonder what's through this doorway.
Grab Monreal.
It is unlocked.
Wait, I opened the door.
Okay.
I got
I
you
opened
by
the
the
door
shoulder, and I'm stopping you.
I send Dr. Hoot through the door. I
Okay.
kick it open. I hit it. I pushed it open with the butt of my rifle. Oh no!
When she does that, I grab her and pull her away from the door.
Dr.
Put
Hoot's
myself
already
between
through.
her and whatever.
Well, remember,
Dr.
Ruby,
Hoot
if you
can go
wanna-
through.
remember, Ruby, you do
I'm
have
not
charges for
shielding
like,
Dr. Hoot. I'm going to
Gaju
shield
has
you.
left the mission.
Okay.
So,
My
but yes,
internet
I am.
froze for
I
like
am
2
going to grab
minutes.
you and keep you from going through.
It
the
was
door
good comedic timing, though.
Okay,
you back.
but I did. It was very good. Okay, so I did. Push the door open. I didn't go through it, but I opened it, and then as you were trying to tear me away, I hit it with the butt of the rifle and pushed it open.
Okay. You see in this room, this room is aesthetically different than the rest of the floor itself. It's more exquisite. A lot of murals up. It has not been damaged yet. No blood, nothing. This room looks like it's been untouched. It almost not like a records room, but looks like this is like a checkpoint. As far as you can tell, it looks like whoever worked here was essentially tracking, like their job was to track the comings and goings from anybody who's the stairwell. If you look around, you see like logs in like, 1 p.m. X person went upstairs, 1:15 followed upstairs, 1:30 came back downstairs, the first floor, third floor, whatever. You do see that there's like a cabinet of different kind of files organized. And then there is a smaller back section that has, because it is a smaller room, so you really don't have to make a check. Shoot, where'd it go? Where you find a cabinet of potions.
Ooh.
It looks like this is maybe also like a nurse's station, if anybody got injured. So there's a few left. If you open up the cabinet, there are 2 standard potions of healing, 2 potions of greater healing, and 1 potion of superior healing.
Nice.
And then there is 1 bottle of a bottle that's just called Mass Elixir.
Mass as MASS.
Correct.
Could I identify that?
Sure.
Do I need to? Okay, I'd like to identify it.
Okay, so this liquid, if someone is downed, if they can drink this, they are revived with full maximum health, but they do not get any of the spell slots back.
Okay. Index down. Amazing. See, guys, I don't know what you're
What's-
so
what's
worried
the last-
about.
What's the last date and time on the check-in sheet?
Sure. You go through it.
One
You see the
squad
last check-in time was 2 days ago. It shows that it was last recorded during the evacuation. It looks like based off of it, looks like this was like the person eventually was like, "Fuck this! I don't need to stay here to do my job while everybody's running out." And it logs. The last day it logs a few people that grab your attention. One is a Dr. Everett.
That'd be sad. Or somebody related to her.
Dr. Everett, where the hell is it? A Tiffania Azerman, and it has a quotation as guest. It also has a note next to it that says, "Keep a close eye on her. She has been roaming."
What was she admitted for?
She
Did it
wasn't
say?
admitted. This was also just being tracked of who was going up and down the
Oh.
steps.
Oh, okay.
Like a security desk.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
She is labeled as, like, they welcomed her in here due to some title that she had, but they didn't trust her. And then the last one is... Crap. Crap. I forgot the name, but you do track the name of the wizard that you met inside of...
Idris Elba?
Yep, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba was here?
Yes, Idris Elba was here.
Sorry, Joe.
Or Idris
Sparsa.
Elba for those of us who actually are as close. That was as close as I could get to it anyway.
Does it have a date?
Yeah.
Like how long ago it was?
2 days ago. Based off the way the notes are written, is 2 days ago is when the evacuation happened.
So why would he send us here if he was here 2 days ago when the evacuation happened? Why send us? You know? I've never been here. Very interesting.
Was he real in the tower?
If he wasn't, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Oh, absolutely. He was real as real could be.
Those
He's as real
biceps
as-
were real.
And he didn't.
Dr.
Well,
Who.
but he did tell you he'd been here, didn't he?
Yeah.
He tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, the only
I mean-
person that actually he talked to and the only person who saw him was Monreal.
Yeah. But yeah, out of character, he told her. Oh, that's right, because he was having memory problems.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
I
said there
think
was
he did.
something
I think he did
about
tell
it.
her. I can't remember if he. No, maybe he didn't tell her he'd been here.
No, you guys found out in notes. So, to recap, Monreal didn't really get any answers from him, but Monreal was watching his memories, kind of like a films, like a slideshow.
Right.
He never really gave Monreal a direct answer. He was just like, "Oh, I guess I was doing this." But when you found the logs up on the top of the tower, it was labeling that a certain mage went in there and went in mostly defenseless, minus their basic ropes and a staff.
Right.
But you guys discovered it was a different handwriting than the book that contained his spells.
Didn't it?
If you guys
did
figured it
match
out
the-
with the stuff, you guys found out there's at least 3 wizards that live in Wizard's Hope.
Okay.
I was thinking of a different Idris Elba. Never mind.
You were thinking of actual Idris Elba, like, you know.
Well, that
Who's
too.
that? Who's actual Idris Elba?
So ironically, in my notes in the very beginning, hold on, what was his actual name? It was one of the big three.
Aegis Sevri?
Idris. I thought you did say Idris Elba, so I wrote Idris Elba then too.
Aegis
There's too many
Severet.
Idris Elba.
Aegis Severet.
I went back and changed it in my notes, but for some reason that's Idris Elba to me now.
Fair enough.
Should we grab the potions and head
So
up?
we have 2 Idris Elbas.
Yeah.
I
So
got
unfortunately, in my brain there are unfortunately. Okay, now I know that there's a old maybe wizard Idris
Yeah.
and a hot
yeah.
young new Coolio Idris.
He had a very old face. Very
Anyway.
old face.
All
Yeah.
right.
Hi,
So,
Idris.
so
Monorail.
the
Grab those
evacuation was
potions.
2 days ago.
Hmm.
So was the, which we've taken 2 long rests, so that's pretty much right before we came.
Pretty much.
We're running out of time, folks.
Mhm.
Let's go
Yeah.
upstairs.
Let's head upstairs.
If you do the math, you guys essentially arrived roughly about half a day after these notes were written.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head upstairs.
Ooh, new map.
If it loads, loading. Loading. All right, so you guys can put yourself up in here. Okay, so you make your way up and you find yourself in another hallway. Floor 2, floor 3, floor 2. Okay. The hallway itself is not that damaged. It looks like maybe it just hasn't been taken care of in a little while, but it looks like it's not as bloody massacre as the first floor was. You do have a partially open door here. And a partially open door here.
Inspect this door.
This one? Okay, you can give me an investigation check or a perception check.
I feel like Monorail is going to go for the other one, so I will
I am
follow
sticking to
Gaijin.
her, yes.
You said investigation or perception?
Yeah.
We're doing perception, so 12.
Okay. Peeking in, you're able to look inside, and the room itself, you don't really see much other than which looks like a few different like storage lockers, but you do hear some kind of sound inside. It doesn't sound like movement. It almost sounds like fire. Like you almost hear like something is actually on fire inside. You actually smell some smoke, but it's not so raging that it actually is coming out of the doorway.
In any
I'm
other
gonna
circumstance, I
open that
say this
door.
is a bad idea. But
I'm gonna bust down that door the rest of the way.
Okay.
Or whatever works to get in.
All right, so you kick the door open. You're able to move inside. There's
I
a
had to be right behind him.
Yeah.
I'm following.
What you see is a few storage lockers. They are completely picked over, completely emptied and mangled up. It looks like something happened here. Unsure what, but it's there's like a little something exploded in here, and there's rubble all over the place, and this area is all on fire.
Is this a door here?
No, it's the fire itself.
Or the remains of a door?
No, it's mostly just an entrance, but it's on fire right now.
I know.
We'll leave that alone.
If I have fire resistance, does that just mean I take half damage, or do I take no damage?
You take half damage.
Okay. Well, I was going to kick at it, but I don't want any damage, so.
I'll do it.
But damage. I could heal you.
Damage too, babe.
Oh.
Me too. Don't forget. We have a licensed doctor on staff at all times.
With the friendship bracelets, lower all resistance to fire.
Oh my gosh, can this be a friendship check?
Yes,
First friendship check.
Yep, you can give me a friendship check. Make sure you give me a +1 for friendship.
Oh my god. What do I need to do here, though? Seriously?
16.
What are we rolling for?
Friendship. I think we all got it too. Great. Real low DC check.
All right, so Gaju, you're gonna try to
Does
cross the
my
flame.
16 friendship check would be an advantage to stop Montreal from doing something stupid next time?
Sure, why not?
I don't do stupid stuff. I open up doors to nice offices and I put naughty things to sleep, and you guys just pick me up. I'm doing just fine. I touch stuff, everything's okay. You touch stuff, it tries to eat you. How are you gonna give me crap? Look what I got.
They're dealing with the fire in there.
If you're going to attempt the door, can I cast guidance on him?
Yeah. So
If that helps.
So
Yeah,
Gaju, you're gonna try to walk through the fire. Is that what you're gonna try to do?
So explain to me what's going on here. My internet cut out when I asked if
Okay,
there was
gotcha.
a door
So-
in front of us or not.
So this area is currently on fire. Something happened here where the flames are not getting put out at the current moment, and it's roughly about 10 by 10.
So do we have something that could put out a fire?
Let me check.
We have sexy people that are fire resistant. That's about it.
I guess there's that. Yeah.
That's all I
Would a
got.
water skin put it out, or would that not be enough water?
No.
Okay.
I will say, if you want to make this fun, the fire is not so high. If someone wants to pick up Monreal and toss her over the fire, you could technically do it.
Me.
If
Throw
we
me.
could
I come
toss her,
running
could
into
we
the
also-
room.
No
I'm
offense to
running into the
Monreal,
room.
but if we tossed her, could we also just jump over it ourselves?
Okay, so the way that I say this is
Yeah.
because the ceiling itself is about 10 feet high. The fire itself is going about 5 feet high.
Oh.
You all can't jump over it, but Monreal is less than 5 feet, so you could just toss her with the flame.
It's like one of those math questions. If you had a flame that was 5 foot tall
Yes.
in a 10-foot building, and your friend was only 1 Monreal length tall,
Yes.
So this is
how
the bigger
far
question.
can you throw them?
This is the bigger question, I guess, mainly for Gaju. Is it worth throwing Monreal to where we can't intercept her? Or is it worth taking half fire damage to go in yourself?
I'll just take the damage.
Put me in, coach.
I'll take the
Throw
damage.
me.
Okay. All right, so you're going to cross through. All right, so you're going to take 2d4 fire damage. So...
Where the fuck is my token?
Oh.
yeah.
Under Monreal. She took
Alright.
that too.
So with your resistance, you'll take 2 points of fire damage.
Will you throw me, Dahlia? Dira,
Well, God-
throw me.
When Gaju
Hell
says
no.
it's clear, we'll throw you. Maybe.
Okay.
All right,
All
Gaju,
right.
after you pass the flame, you find yourself, you're in like a huge storage room. Closets all over the place, things hanging up all over the place, mops, cleaning tools. This looks like it is kind of like a giant janitor / storage / housekeeping closet of sorts. Pillows,
Any water?
towels. I'd say you could find some water in there, but they're mostly like in smaller containers. And so it'd be like, instead of getting a big jug, you have to keep like open up bottles of water and keep dumping them over it, kind of like that.
Can you see what
Is
caused the
there
fire?
a container that I can pour those into?
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. And I will, Dahlia, can you give me a boost? I need to see over these flames.
DM facepalm number 4.
And I look up over and I conjure up a bucket.
Okay.
A bucket for Gaju to use.
Okay.
Here,
I'm sure
try
there would've
this.
been a
By the way,
bucket in there.
as by the amount of time it took Monreal to do that, you do find like a larger bucket right by your feet.
I'm going
Now
to
you have
pour
2
this
buckets.
way.
But to
You can
specify the
throw me.
size,
I'll use the other one.
to specify the
Throw me,
size, it's roughly
Dahlia.
about 3 monorails wide, so it is a pretty big bucket.
Okay, and I will just
I need the help.
attempt to douse the flame.
Okay. Alright, so it does not take
I do
long.
not have
The
to do
flame is
everything.
not continually being started. You're able to douse the flame. The flame is gone. It looks like whatever started the flame, it looks like the idea is that the some creature must have come through here and actually just decided to like cast fire on this area. You see like broken wood in this spot and almost like a campfire to block someone's passing.
Oh, I suppose I probably could have just
Keep walking.
prestidigitated that, but you know,
You're probably a
here we
little big
go.
for it.
It's okay.
Okay. You do find another door. The door itself is not locked.
We had the same idea.
I'll open it.
Alright, you open it. Alright, so the hallway in front of you that you have is pretty damaged. It looks like every window against this wall has been shattered, busted in. It looks like creatures might have just kept jumping in out. Busted in. The whole floor is partially flooded. Some of the wood is broken, warped, cracked due to the water. You are dealing with rough terrain.
So the storm broke them.
Mm-hmm. There is a door here, and then there's a hallway that leads over in this direction.
So there's just drawing conclusions here, everyone. The spirit broke windows to get in here, and maybe these broken windows could lure her back, so maybe we should be stealthy? Just in case.
I'll do my best.
Sure.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Can I cast guidance on Dira just to be safe?
Sure. Alright, everyone give me a stealth check. Dare you got your guidance.
Alright.
We'll do it as a group stealth check, so... Oh, Sophinia. Oh no.
I miss my
One.
little rogue. Got 4.
Okay.
I also got 4.
Got you?
I got a natural 1, but I have a +5, so 6.
Okay.
Oh boy, so that's good that because I rolled a 3 plus my boots.
Jesus.
Plus my boots are except wait, yeah, and actually that's let's make sure I don't roll any lower than that. Okay, yeah, roll a 3, but that is a +5 for the boots, so
Yeah.
that is an 8,
Okay, and Dahlia,
and
what'd you
then my D4 is
Oh,
a
yeah.
1, so that's a 9.
get? Okay, and Dahlia?
I got the 12.
Okay.
Oh no.
With the rough
Oh.
terrain and the water, you're having a tough time walking normally. As you're trying to be stealthy, and with the rough terrain, you're having troubles walking in this area. It's collapsed, it's messed up, it smells, the wind is pushing against you going through the windows. You're having a hard time you would have a rough time walking normally if you weren't stealthing in general. At this point,
No. Oh no.
you hear the screaming come back as
Oh no!
charging through the window. You do see the storm spirit immediately throw herself into the room as she hears all you moving. We are going to stop there for the night.
Aw.
Everyone just persuasion check her next time.
Yeah,
Like,
every session
calm
ends
down,
with Abby appearing.
All right.
Ah, I feel like we're back where we started.
we are
Different
back at
place.
square one. We're just on a different floor now.
So yeah, you guys got a bunch of cool new weapons, some new outfits, some new material, plenty of potions, and yeah.
Oh, we should have divvied those up. Oh well.
Oh well.
Who has them right now?
No one collected them. Fair enough.
What?
No.
No.
I mean,
No. Yeah, you scooped
Monreal
them before.
if Monreal doesn't have them, I do. But I just assumed that Monreal was taking them. And I have my list of what they are. We just didn't.
Yeah,
They're just all on one person.
Yeah, so you do have them because you guys
have
wouldn't
them?
let me get all the way in the room. So
true.
I was just
So I
like,
have
yeah, collect it, and I'm gonna
Fair
head
enough.
out.
Okay.
All right.
But we didn't take the time to divvy them up, so I
No.
may have to give them to people later.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. All right.
Definitely don't have any gold to divvy up at all.
Nope.
2.
Not at the current moment.
We gotta
Nope.
live long enough to spend gold.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching the stream. We'll talk to you next
Yeah.
week. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're at the end.